Might as well do this intro. It's probably exactly where I'm gonna cut it anyway, and we start from here. Post it on YouTube. So welcome all to the BrainCast.
Right.
Smart asses with smart mouths. I'm the left side of the brain, Mrs. CED, the creator.
I am the right juice, the one and only. There is not another, so sorry about it. Soon to be your favorite beverage.
Oh, let them know. And this is the inception, y'all. The inception of the BrainCast. We plan on taking this all the way, so hopefully y'all are in for the ride.
Like that far?
All of it. Past it.
Past that?
Past that.
That's hella far.
Exactly.
Fuck.
I'm telling you. Y'all not ready for this, man. As far as this podcast is concerned, what are y'all going to talk about on here? Everything.
Facts.
Everything and anything. I'm not going to lie to y'all. So, it's gaming, pop culture, music, cooking, your mama, your daddy, your uncle, whoever.
Mental health.
Very important. We're going to be talking about that too. Everything. Which days we'll be posting and stuff like that, you guys will be updated. We don't have that figured out just yet. And probably post vacay, we'll have all that organized for y'all. I'm going to update everybody. So, stay tuned for that. And yeah, should we just get right into it?
Let's get into it.
Might as well just get into it.
Big dry hand ass dice roll I just did. I thought my hands were way more moisturized than that. That's embarrassing.
Man. That's low-key. At times, you don't got choice.
That's crazy. You know what? You right.
You just get there, bro.
Oh, me. Because, like, I've been moisturizing, but, like, because, you know, skincare my shit. Skincare be my shit.
For sure. If y'all don't know, Miss Juicy Juice here is what got my face right. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I've been on the glow up journey for a little bit now, and she got me right. The skincare products, we're doing that joint daily. You know what I'm saying? For folks who knew me with the beard, I got down to the goatee so we can get into that skincare.
Big, smooth, supple skin gang.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm looking great. No cop. I can get better, but I'm looking great. Shout out to Juice, bro. Shout out to Juice for sure. But yes. Also, if you don't like tangents, I don't think this is the podcast for you.
It's really not, bro. It's really not.
There might be a day we have like fucking 18 topics set up and we only get to one and just fucking tangent for the rest of the shit. I promise you.
You'll get some knowledge in there or something.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Oh, but yes. Oh, I think a lot of people connect to this. This first topic. Providing parents versus supporting parents. What does that mean? Honestly, I think a lot of people already know what I mean by that, but we won't get into it. Providing parents are the parents that give you the basic necessities. The ones that put the roof over your head, they give you clothes, give you food, they drive you wherever you need to get to. They do everything that a parent should do, right? As everybody here knows, that's not enough for a child, for real. Especially in this day and age. Supporting parents give you that push that you need on top of the basic necessities.
They care about your drive. They care about your mental health. They're not asking you how your day is just because, you know, you got a career, a side hustle, an ambition, a sport, something like that. They here for it. They're not just paying for it just because you want to do it, just to get you out the house. They here for it. They there. If they can come to a game, they there. If they can bring some snacks, they doing it. If they, you know, if you a streamer, you know, they can buy you a mic, buy you a camera, they doing it. They, oh, what your analytics looking like? They following your channel just cause shit like that. That's a supporting parent. And unfortunately for us, and I mean like our generation of people, a lot of us got providing parents. Just because. And I'm not going to say it's because they had providing parents, because I know a good little bit of y'all did not. We're just going to say it's because y'all feel like we should be able to do shit the same way y'all are doing it, when in actuality that's literally impossible now.
That's the issue.
Literally impossible.
That's the issue that I think is wrong with the generation before us. Our parents, bro. They learn all these things from their parents, right? Take care of yourself. How to cook. How to do laundry, how to, whatever the case is. They teach you that, and they just send you on your way.
And that's because in that era, you can have that, minute bit of information, because that's what it is. That's what it is. That minute bit of information, and live. And then you thrive as you grow. We can't do that. I need to thrive now. So that way I can live later.
Or even give the damn lesson. Skip the lesson. You know how many times, and I can only speak for myself, any of my Haitian or Caribbean folks out there maybe relate a bit, but at the end of the day, I can only speak for myself. There's too many times that my mama literally just give me an order and then look at me like I'm supposed to just know how it works. You want me to pay your bills even though I've never paid a bill before? At that time, we're talking about maybe 8th grade, high school freshman, just because you started being able to pay bills online. You look at me because you've seen me on the internet before and I'm supposed to know how to pay your bills? And then get mad at me when I tell you I'm sorry, I can't figure it out. That's the shit I'm talking about. That right there. That's a problem. As well as the underlying issue of mental health that you're deteriorating every time you do that.
Mental? The fuck is that?
Mental health?
What is that?
That's a good question.
What you got to be sad about? You ain't doing shit.
I need to go lay down.
It was straight.
On the runway at the airport.
On the Delta side.
Spinning camera.
Not spinning camera.
Spinning camera.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't know what to tell you. You ain't in these streets.
You know, if you don't know what I'm talking about, baby, you join our Discords if you don't know about spinning camera. Join the fridge. Join the game room.
Tell you.
Anywho.
But that's an issue.
Very much.
And what makes that issue even worse? They're proud. They're so proud, and being proud adds to your hard-headed nature.
Absolutely.
Damn near vibranium. No cap. Because now I try to talk to you, and me trying to talk to you is me trying to disrespect you. I can't have a conversation with you.
Stop yelling.
We inside, sir. I'm gonna need you to use your inside
You're
voice.
yelling like a lot.
I'm sorry.
But let me take that megaphone out your hand real quick. To piggyback off of what he said, bro. Okay, because I'm also going to yell because we're the same person. Don't ask me to do shit for you if you're gonna hold it over my head for the rest of my life when it was some shit you was supposed to do for me to begin with.
Period.
I'm
dead.
Don't do shit for me. But also, at the end of the day, don't hold shit over my head that if you weren't doing it, you'd be in prison.
Oh. Let's
parenting.
Let's put a pause real quick. Let me paint this for y'all. Really think about it.
You finna picture paint no Kodak?
Shit. Really listen to it. Imagine a parent holding a deed that a parent is supposed to do over the head of a child that did not ask to be here in the first place.
I do not.
I tried to clap myself though.
Do I like being here? Sure. But at the end of the day,
sometimes
my existence is in your hands.
You did that. You did that.
This is going to sound mad vulgar, but y'all going to understand what I mean. If my mother decided to fuck 3 minutes later, I wouldn't be here.
This is tea.
I wouldn't be here. So my existence literally is in your hands.
And you got the nerve to be
but
mad
you can
with
get
me.
mad at me for doing what you supposed to do.
Let me hop in there real quick.
I can't with people, bro. I can't. What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Boy. One thing about it, two things for sure.
Bro.
I got something on my chest. I'ma get it off.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So, we have this reoccurring problem of piggybacking off of that, you know. I didn't ask to be here. Your pride, however, you quick to hold pride in yourself all the time because you do no wrong. Okay? However, you only hold pride in me when you get results in what I say I'm doing. Because I can tell you I'm doing it. But because you don't see me doing it, not even because you don't see me doing it. I would say because you don't see me doing it, but you can see me doing it and think I'm not doing shit.
That's the worst part.
So, because, let me tell you. Let me not air out my personal shit just yet. So, you quick to have pride in yourself and everything that you have to offer. However, you don't have pride in me until you have results of what I'm doing. And not just results that you can, wait for it, show to other people who don't fucking matter.
Hey, listen. Yeah, some people might call this disrespectful, but this is the reason y'all gonna end up loving this podcast. A lot of parents these days just like to show off their children, not take care of them. I said that.
What?
I said that. Yes, I did.
You heard that so loud.
I say that because if that wasn't your main objective, whatever progress, whatever effort, you seeing your child putting in work, whether they get $1 million for it in one transaction or they get $10, you encourage the progress so you can help affirm their work ethic.
No.
But no. Y'all want me to become doctor today. That's what you want.
So you're telling me, telling you you're not good enough until I see what I think I should be seeing and good?
It's debilitating.
We're not fucking with it.
That's debilitating.
Debilitating to what? You ain't got shit to be sad about.
That's the issue. I ain't got shit to be sad about.
You ain't got shit to be sad about.
Which honestly,
depressed.
Literally, that sentence alone, you ain't got shit to be sad about.
Stressed about. Insert mental health problem here.
That is you as a parent comparing your struggle to mine.
Insert mental health problem here.
That is not supposed to happen. Nor should you ever compare struggles. Everyone struggles in their own way. But why are we trying to put value on someone's struggle for someone's struggle is more valuable than others?
You gotta struggle and you fully clothed with a roof over your head and food in your stomach.
Okay. There's a reason why some of y'all parents don't know shit is wrong until I almost said something crazy. Never mind.
Until you about dead.
Until it's too late.
Yep.
This gonna get voted, bro. We don't get kicked off Twitch on the first episode.
Let me tell you something. I can count.
I don't even know if I can post this on YouTube.
It take 2 hands to count the amount of times that I tried to clap myself, and my mom only know about 2.
All I know is, I'll say it this way. Y'all never understand your child until it's too late.
And by too late, that could mean they're no longer here. They tried to no longer be here.
Correct.
They decide to say fuck you as soon as they can, and you no longer hear from them. And now all of a sudden is, what happened? Why don't you talk to me anymore?
It could be even a more classic.
It could be
event.
I live with
Someone
you.
joining the game.
Exactly.
We out here hitting licks. We said fuck school, and now we slinging weed.
We
slinging
outside.
That ass.
Because I don't want to be in the house with your ass.
And then now it's, oh my God, what did I go wrong with this boy? What did I go wrong with this girl? You weren't there. That's why. What did I go wrong? But you wasn't there when we were driving.
Me?
That's why.
You didn't get in a fucking car. And they had the nerve to call me and tell me I didn't know how to drive.
That analogy slap. That analogy slap. That's crazy. That analogy slap.
This Jameen is sensational.
Listen. For my future parents, my current parents, or maybe the parents that we're referencing right now who may be watching.
If you feel some type of way, you should. Because you wouldn't feel no type of way if I wouldn't tell them the truth, babe.
It's a fact. And for folks, like I said, current and future parents, be there for your children.
Please.
I'm not saying to let them run your household. That's not it at all.
I'm not saying to be their best friend. Well,
partially. The whole best
partially.
friend versus parent argument is a whole nother topic.
It's a whole nother shit.
But listen to your kids, man.
Listen, have an open ear and a closed mouth.
Especially kids these days, way smarter than you've ever seen kids before.
No, literally. Because they've been subjected to so much. Majority of which, like us, wasn't even their problem to begin with.
That's a fact.
Wasn't their problem to begin with. Is not a problem that they can solve alone or at all.
Just listen to your kids, man.
If you think something is wrong, ask. Don't assume. That's it.
Whew.
Because you assuming is how you build a mistrust because you think you know everything. Because thinking you know your child, put it like this. Our generation of parent loves to tell us, I know you better than you know yourself. And baby, let me tell you, are you wrong?
I'm glad you said that. Folks who don't know
all
this.
you know is when I was 9. That's it. Those interests from 9 to 10, that's all you got.
Actually, that's actual.
No, dead ass.
That's a great point. I don't think parents these days know who you are
until you hit them double
past 10.
Absolutely not. 12 at the latest. And that's just because at 12 you start not to fuck with them for real.
There's this thing where parents like to take everything that we learn or experience or whatever the case is all the way up to 10 and lock it in in that's our life.
I'm talking about your attitude, your emotional patterns, all that other shit. Meanwhile, from the time that you're born to 10, that keyword should, and if it's not your fault, is the easiest time of your fucking life. Nigga, of course I love everything you put in front of me.
I don't know what the fuck it is.
I don't know what the fuck going on. What's a world problem? Nigga, I know it rained and I couldn't go outside yesterday. Fuck.
Because you said that's bad.
Because you said you could slip, you could fall, you could get hurt, you could get sick. Oh, we not trying to get sick. Fuck being hurt.
Me, I was about to be dancing in the rain.
Okay, bitch, singing in that shit, knowing goddamn well I can't carry a note.
Coming back with ringworm in the fucking cold.
Okay, bitch. And put pneumonia.
Oh my god, what y'all be doing?
And I'm in the rain.
I don't. That's the thing.
Exactly. I'm in the rain in the south. That's
what
I'm doing. I'm in the rain in the south, bitch.
That's it right there, boy.
And that's enough. Bitch, listen. As a South Florida baby, nigga, if it rains too hard, it's gators outside.
Boy.
I'm talking about residential area. You rain too hard, it's gators outside.
Oh my god, bro. Man, we started off this shit great. I think we started this off great. Y'all fucking with it? I'm glad y'all fucking with it.
They fucked if y'all are, and I'm not gonna hold you.
That's the funny part.
That was a smooth 40 minutes.
Boy. If anything, you know what? Let's get into some fun stuff, right?
Let's
talk about music. It's old news. Everybody knows what this is.
Fact.
But I don't think everybody's necessarily talked about it the way they should talk about it for real. Are we talking about Kendrick? If everybody don't know this yet, next album Kendrick is putting out is the last album he's putting out on TDE. Mm-hmm. Now, from everything I've seen online, and I haven't seen everything, obviously, I'm human, but from everything that I've seen online, everybody thinking Kendrick going off to retire, you know, kinds of shit. For folks who didn't see it, the way he announced it at first, I saw it on Instagram, and he posted the link to like his whole note or whatever the case is. I have the note, but I'm not gonna read the whole joint. I'm gonna read you what's important in this note, right? So blah 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 blah. So it says, as I produce my final TDE album, I feel joy to have been part of such a cultural imprint after 17 years and blah blah. You see what's coming. It's just a bunch of thank yous or whatever the case is. A lot of people love to focus on the final album part and not the final TDE album part.
Comprehension is fundamental.
Reading is fundamental.
That point that these queens just made, keep that in your head for a later topic. Oh, it's gonna get crazy. Anyway.
Jesus. Oh.
keep it for another topic, for a later topic. But here's what I think Kendrick is doing after this album, right? We know what the big trio is on top right now. It's Cole, Kendrick, and Drake. Drake has OVO right now. Cole has Dreamville. Kendrick doesn't have his own label yet. Being that this is his final TDE album, if you ask me, I think he's going off to make his own label. Only makes sense. I think he's amassed enough knowledge. He's made enough connections.
He has enough of a heavy following
To do that. And honestly, I think a Kendrick label goes crazy.
Motherfuckers are waiting on Dreamville and Top Dog. Nigga like me, I'm waiting on whatever the fuck Kendrick is doing.
To be honest.
In Dreamville. That's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm waiting on.
I'm just trying to think of the kind of artist that Kendrick would sign.
Or if
anything,
you take anybody from Top Dog with him. And if you do, who?
I mean, who else? The internet has been waiting for a Black Hippie album for decades at this point. If he takes anybody from TDE, I think it's Schoolboy, it's Absol, and J-Rock.
And Reason.
Reason too. As their little solo for Asian type shit, yeah. I see that for sure.
Because you gotta have that.
With him, and we gonna get a Black Hippie album.
Absolutely.
For sure.
We gonna get a Kendrick version of Spillage Village.
Woo! Just thinking about Black Hippie putting some shit out for real is crazy.
You know.
Because we've been waiting for it. It's honestly the super group that never happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I think under a situation like Kendrick having his own label and knowing Kendrick, he really fuck with his boys heavy. So he's definitely giving everybody equal... what's the word I'm looking for?
Opportunity.
Yeah, or equal ownage, whatever the case is. Long story short, everybody in Black Hippie is going to get the piece of the pie that they deserve. And now that they have the creative control in their hands, I think Black Hippie goes crazy. And that might be their first run to try and get their label on top. And then we start signing artists and start getting the ball rolling for real. I ain't no PR person. But if it's me as a fan or as somebody that kind of sees how the market will work, I think that's how you introduce your label and get this shit started for real. That's just me. You think it's the same thing? Or what's in your mind?
No, yeah, absolutely thinking the same thing. I was reading the comments. Everybody we name, you know, like you said, Reason for that little solo kind of. I don't want to keep comparing them to Dreamville, but just because that's the only basis I have to go off of.
The funny part is they're closer in comparison than I think a lot of people give credit for.
That's what I'm saying.
But they're still unique in their own way.
If you look at signing wise, look at everybody he like tight with. You got Boz, which would be K-Dot version of J-Rock.
Facts.
You got Earth Gang, you got Jid, which would be Ab, which would be, you know, basically everybody else in Black Hippie. And then
funny part is, I've said this for years now. I swear to God, Jid is Dreamville's Kendrick.
He really is.
No question.
He really is. Because that's why every time I hear him and Cole together, I'm like, that's the closest I'm going to get to him and Kenny at the moment. Just because that's what it is. That's just what it is. That's the closest you're going to get to him and Kenny at the moment.
That's fact.
But then when I think about, you know, K-Dot being from the West Coast, he's more of a Southern rapper in my opinion. Or an East Coast rapper, in my opinion. Both. Yeah. When it comes to certain shit, yeah. As far as like flow wise, though, I feel like he's Southern or like Northeast.
I give you that.
But when I think
he definitely doesn't rap like a West Coast rapper.
No, that's what I'm saying. And when I think West Coast Top Dog, I think Reason. Just like when I think West Coast and Dreamville, I think Cause.
I'm not mad at that. It makes a lot of sense.
And it's not just because I know that's where they're from.
Right.
That's just because they give me that raw West Coast feeling when it come to rap.
For sure. I always found that interesting too. I don't know if people have. I'm sure people have this conversation, but the way that, first and foremost, precursor to what I'm about to say, Kendrick and J. Cole, the route that they've made for the next generation juggernaut, or I should say current generation, because honestly, we're at the point where there's a lot of new rappers, or even solidified rappers these days, who look up to Cole, who look up to Kendrick, who look up to Drake. We're talking fucking Kodak. Because listen to Middle Child. You heard when Cole was talking about him pulling up the studios with Kodak, 21 Savage, who else? Lil Baby.
That's a friendship I'm glad happens.
A Lil Baby. These rappers these days, that's the big heavyweights nowadays that's running the airwaves for real. They look up to these dudes. And for folks who are from my generation, like our generation, it's crazy to think that Cole, Kendrick, and Drake are the old heads now.
Nice. Because,
Because low-key, I think we forget that Drake been running the game for like 15 years.
It's like... And that's just because back in the day, when you think of an old head rapper, you think of somebody that's old in age.
Right.
Because they didn't start rapping until they were grown. Drake was still a fucking kid when he started rapping.
This is fresh off the Degrassi.
Fresh off the That nigga came on the MTV Awards and everybody was like, bitch, is that Jimmy in the wheelchair? Like, and this nigga signed to Lil Wayne? What? This nigga took the game by surprise and then turned around and took it by storm.
Which, side note, Lil Wayne is probably one of the best and worst managers.
Bro, listen.
I love Lil Wayne, but in the same vein that Lil Wayne signed Drake and Nicki, he signed Chanel West Coast and Lil Twin. Listen.
Signed Tyga too. Look how well he's doing.
I mean, Tyga was middle of the pack. He was always gonna be solid, but Jesus Christ, Lil Twist.
That was for fun.
Chanel West Coast.
Shit.
Lil Wayne got, folks who don't know, Lil Wayne got Chanel West Coast fresh off the fucking set of Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory.
Facts. She was very much on Ridiculousness as a signed Young Money artist. Very much a co-host of Ridiculousness.
And then waited for Charlemagne the God to make an appearance to give him the business about how y'all like to forget that I'm signed to Young Money.
No one knew, babe. How we gonna forget if we didn't?
Here's the terrible part about it. I gave her a chance. I downloaded, I think, also like one of her mixtapes, or the first one that she released under Young Money. She had, what's it called? It's on my old laptop. It's not here. It's not in the state.
I'm trying to look it up.
But I'm listening to this shit because Chanel West Coast.
Oh, you want to heat up the ribs and bread?
If you can, yeah. Because we're gonna do it right after the stream anyway.
Bless.
But I'm listening to this album, right? And like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's comprehensive. Okay. If you don't know what I mean by that, it makes sense. But like, for everybody here who's listening to this, first and foremost, I appreciate y'all. It's about to get crazy with this podcast. Stay tuned for all the future episodes. But for folks who are listening to this, and folks who are fans of hip hop, no, fuck that. For folks who are fans of rap, because hip hop and rap are two different things. That's a whole other topic.
A lot of people like to forget.
For folks who are fans of rap, yeah.
Yo, I'm looking at her discography, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Young Money gets you. We're talking about Weezy here.
She did a song Safari, bro.
We're talking about Young Money. Lil Wayne heads that. Lil Wayne, to this day, he's a juggernaut in this shit.
On me.
But as I think he should, he picks and chooses which records he hops on, because freestyling everything can only take you so far.
And one thing we know, that man do not like writing shit down.
Oh,
and that's fine. That's fine. Because everybody can't do that.
Fun fact, for folks who don't know, before his live performances, his team prints out the lyrics of every song that he's about to perform, and he looks over them for rehearsal. He don't remember his shit. He literally get in the booth, get in that zone, lay that shit down, and get out. He don't remember this shit for real. His team prints out the lyrics of the songs he's going to perform, and he memorizes it there. That's how much of a crazy talent Lil Wayne is. I need people to put more respect on his name.
Thanks.
To be honest. But I'm glad he's picking and choosing which songs to go on now. Because if he were to try and drown the airwaves with Lil Wayne shit now, I don't think he got enough gas to be running the airwaves like that.
After the Carter 4, absolutely the fuck not.
Well, Carter 5, but I think Carter 5.
We don't talk about that.
Here's the thing. Folks who listen to the Carter 5, tell me I'm wrong. With this statement I'm about to tell you. Tell me I'm wrong. The first half of that album is fine. The second half is recorded later and it made the album worse. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't remember the name of the track, but the track that he has with his daughter, that's the midpoint. Everything after that, I think was recorded later. But for folks who don't know, Carter 5 was held up in litigation for years because Birdman greedy ass trying to hold on to ownage of all the Lil Wayne shit like this man ain't a whole juggernaut on his own at this point.
To interject real quick,
Go off.
this was finna be my thing where I was like, listen, right?
Uh-huh.
I blame Birdman for the reason that this man is such a bad manager.
Oh,
because
yeah.
he was
Oh, yeah.
focused on himself,
Oh, yeah.
but also focused on the people that he was trying to help get just as big as his first two kids. And you can't do that and then cope the way he was coping.
Yeah.
Which was horribly, by the way. Which is why he looked like that now. But you know,
For folks who don't understand how bad Birdman was as a manager, where do you think Lil Wayne got the whole thing of trying to get Lil Twist a fucking stripper at like 15? Lil Wayne ain't just do that on his own. You know damn well Birdman got him some bitches when he was 15. He just signed. He was getting hot with the hot boys. And you know, you gotta get used to this rapper shit, so we're gonna get you this 26-year-old stripper
gross.
at 16.
You a victim.
And the only thing that victims know how to do is perpetuate what caused them being a victim.
Because you think that's normal. It's okay, baby.
Where do you think Lil Wayne got that from? Birdman. Lucky enough, Lil Wayne dropped enough dimes for both Drake and Nicki for them to go off and be the juggernauts that they've been. So I can tell you off right now, I don't think any of us saw Drake being who he is today.
Fuck no. Especially
Go off, boy. We potted. We potted. We potted. Come on now. We potted.
Especially Corey fucking Guns, bro. Bro, if y'all don't remember Corey Guns, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What a man. What a man that would have made it so far if it wasn't for who? Did he?
He got...
No, I mean, like... Who was Peter Gunn signed to? Did he?
Who? Peter Gunn?
Yeah. Did he?
I don't...
I want to say did he. You said the fuck he at? He's out of jail, first and
Here's
foremost.
the thing.
Okay.
For folks who don't know, Corey Guns, for folks who was around for the late 2000s, that's when we had a label war. Which, if you ask me, I think was the best time in rap.
It was. It was.
At that time, we had Young Money.
Yep.
We had Maybach Music.
Yep.
We had Good Music.
Yep.
We had... Who else did we have? I think there was other people. But those were the top three that were just banging at each other
we
at
had
the time.
sprinkles of OVO in there.
We had Sprinkles OVO, because I think those were the baby
And
days
we
OVO.
had, we had early Dreamville in there.
Yeah. But at that time, there was bangers in all the labels,
Yeah.
bro.
Niggas were rarely missing.
And
for
everybody
like 3 years.
everybody had compilation albums.
Yeah.
That were good.
We're
talking about Cruel Summer, that's coming from Good Music.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about
Maybach Music.
Maybach Music was
volumes
called, right?
1
Maybach Music,
through
right?
fucking 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those were really the times where Meek Mill's coming into his own. Wale was coming into his own before he got in his head. Who else? I think a lot of people. This is funny because
Khaled was doing his thing.
Khaled was doing his thing too.
That's before he hoed Ace Hood.
That's before he hoed everybody on that label. Where's Movado?
Who? Where's who?
Where Movado was killing in the Anthem era, bro. 2008, 2007, 2008, 2009, where everybody was dropping anthems.
Right.
Welcome to My Hood. Fucking what's the Eminem track? This shit is off of Relapse. I'm forgetting the name.
Relapse as a whole. Give me all that.
Facts. It was anthem era back then.
Right.
And DJ Khaled was just coming out of the woodworks for real with them collab mixtapes.
Because this is back when he was just a DJ. And now everybody realizing he wasn't just a DJ, he was a producer at the same time too. But this was also when people started realizing how well of a producer he actually was.
And that producers had way more value than people gave credit.
Exactly. This is back when Mustard and Zaytoven and all these niggas was still in the shadows. Not because they chose to be, but because
Kanye.
And Ye and Kanye.
Because let's not forget. Before Kanye blew up to be the recorded artist that he is now, he was in the background on Jay-Z shit, producing his shit. Don't forget that. Don't forget that.
He's the reason, dare I say, that Hov is still relevant.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. To be honest,
not gasp is better.
I think low key. Damn.
Why that ribs and breads low key smell good?
Right? It do
We
smell
might be
good.
wrong about it. Folks,
Because we ain't fucking ate
that.
all day. We ain't ate all day either. Nah. We ain't ate all day. We ain't ate all day. I talk too much shit about this place for it to just smell good, and now all of a sudden I'm changing my opinion. We ain't ate all day.
For folks
I'm drinking on a stomach full of candy and chips.
For folks who know what we're talking about, stay tuned for the post show, which is most likely going to be on Miss Juicy Juice's channel. So stay tuned for that. For folks who's listening to this after the fact, pull up to our communities, man. Links will be in the description. My community, Juice's community. Hit those up. It's way more crazy. For folks who are here who know what we're talking about what I'm about to talk about, album listening parties are starting back up after vacay. It's gonna go crazy. I think it's gonna get lit after this.
Absolutely.
It's gonna get lit after this. So, Discord links in the description, Twitch channels in the description, fucking link trees in the description, all of it. Follow it all.
These family nights be hitting. I cannot hold you.
For the folks on the YouTubes, bro, I'm telling y'all. But folks here who are on Twitch, right here, right now, after this, it's gonna look crazy. If anything, it's gonna get way more saucy than this podcast has been.
High key, because we're going to be on my channel, and in the fridge, we don't give a fuck.
It's a fact. But back to the point at hand. The reason that I give credit to Jay-Z being relevant, which precursor, I honestly think that Jay-Z doesn't care about being relevant.
No.
Because he has too many investments at this point.
Absolutely. That man got his hand in everything, good and bad. But
I
that's
do
his
believe,
business.
I may be wrong, but in my opinion, I think Jay-Z is the most wealthiest rapper in rap history. He owns too much shit. He has a part in too much shit.
I was gonna say, or pieces of too much
To
shit.
where he does not need to put out one more song ever again. He doesn't have to.
And hasn't had to for quite some time. He just doing the shit just cause.
Oh yeah, some people hit him up for a feature, and he's like, you know what, this song is pretty dope. I'll drop a verse on there. And the crazy part is, which is why I give so much credit to Jay-Z, he step out probably once every 5 years when it comes to the track. But when he hops on a fucking track, he shows you he's still in the top tier shelf of lyricists.
You gotta bring that man up when you talk. You have to.
Are you kidding me?
You gotta bring that man up.
And the reason why I
And
think
if
a lot
you
of people...
I don't care about your music opinions more than likely.
Ooh, fuck.
Because I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna let you continue.
For sure.
when I say I don't care about your music opinions or your opinions in general on certain topics,
Facts.
it is because you, and you know who you are so close-minded to your faves or whatever you're comfortable with, or you refuse to do research because you don't like old shit, whatever.
Right.
If that's the case, you don't have enough knowledge to have an opinion. So I don't give a fuck about your opinion. Why? Because it's very loosely formed.
That's you bringing up points that's gonna come up later. Aw.
I only dropped one piece.
Oh,
I thought that was Jesus telling me to shut up.
but nah, you bringing up points that we're gonna hit for real when we get to the big topic later.
Facts.
Which honestly, I might just jump to it a little bit.
I lied. I dropped 2 pieces.
Because a lot of the other stuff we might talk about on the next episode. This is going to be weekly, folks.
Weekly.
It might not be like this. We wanted to start it off big when it comes to the first episode. But obviously, unfortunately, me and Twin don't live in the same place yet.
Not no more.
Not yet.
Before we knew each other, we were like 2 hours away from each other.
That's the crazy part. When I guess we might as well get into it, right?
Yeah, we can do that.
So, folks
You
don't know
over
about me.
vibing, huh? it's giving Omarion over there.
Oh no!
She said. No, I'm thinking you finna hit the.
Alright, for folks who can't, because you might be in audio only right now, or you just don't see it on camera.
No, I got
Lightfury is fucking it up in the background.
She's vibing over here. She said,
"I got the whole Mario shit."
She said,
She the whole shit
She about to hit the icebox choreo, dog.
Oh, bro.
She said, "I got an icebox where my heart used to be."
Oh my god.
Where my gloves at? You had gloves in the video.
You had gloves in the video?
You had gloves in the video?
I did gloves. Fingerless gloves.
What the fuck is the point of fingerless gloves if you're in the middle of a
The
frozen
aesthetic.
forest? You're in a frozen forest.
Aesthetic.
That squat was crazy.
I think it was the fucking ankle long coat that threw it off the way I wasn't paying attention.
No, dead ass. That was the only thing I was worried about was that long ass coat, bro.
Yeah,
and that man had the
Floor
nerve to
choreo.
fucking. That man stayed on the floor. No, that coat had me fucking sick because every time I turned around, that nigga said,
"Oh my god!"
Oh wait. Said I gotta hit this for you.
"Oh god,
You gonna know what I'm talking about."
oh god."
Go for it. Oh no!
What is that?
He throwing shade in the background.
Who is that?
Tall
Hello?
niggas doing the same dusty ass dance for 20 years.
Man, niggas think because they 6 foot. Shut up, Juice.
Ooh! Listen, the only reason I didn't say it out loud is because we're not trying to cause problems on this Twitch platform. There's too much animosity between black creators and groups at this time, bro. We're all trying to unite and do better for each other. You
And
hear
some
me?
of y'all would have been real butthurt because it's one of your faves, but I'm not gonna say nothing.
Max and
Anyway.
Ruby, bitch.
with that power line.
At this point,
Yes, sit that bitch eye to eye. Bro, I should have brought my power line shirt.
I want
bro.
one.
Because if we listen to each other's hearts, bitch. Please stop for Disney clap my channel before it gets started.
Bro,
Okay, bitch.
Hey, bro, listen, this first episode all over the place, but I hope you enjoy it because we enjoying it, bro.
Oh my
And
god.
that's all that matters
Hi, Bree.
at this point,
Hi, Bree.
y'all.
Bree.
Bree literally just texted me and now she here.
But yeah, what were we talking about? Oh yeah,
How we
came
met.
together. How we came together. So myself, if I were to give my whole history as a streamer, folks who don't know, I'm originally a live streamer. First on YouTube, then mostly on Twitch. If I were to give you my whole origin story with that, we'd be here for way longer than we need to.
We also would start unnecessary beefs again.
Facts. Or ripping off scabs of old wounds and stuff. But
If you were a part of the Discord, you would know. Let me stop.
Hey, no cap. For folks who've been in those Discord VCs, I've told y'all this story before already.
It's Kai making us feel bad because we talked to him.
Oh.
I know you saw Kai comment. Look at him.
What did I say? My third time hearing this story.
Damn.
I'm not telling this.
Hear
Listen.
it again.
Listen. Nah.
Damn,
not today.
Kai.
Not today. That story's too long for podcasts. But
Basically, fuck niggas.
long story short, internet is the new Hollywood, and there is some actions that people accept that they shouldn't, simply for advancement in their career and clout.
Niggas ain't shit.
And that pretty much covers my origin story, to be honest. Now we get to how me and my twin met, right? It was literally in the middle of bullshit. So,
No, deadass.
long story short, there was a friend that was getting too big for their britches, if you know what I mean by that. And
Was
because
so used to getting their ass kissed
that too.
that
That right there.
not one but 3 people who you know from the start, because we done told you this.
Correct.
You want some bull? I'ma tell you. When I told you, now all of a sudden I'm everything but a child of God.
I was gonna say.
Now,
Niggas was mad.
now
That's some bullshit.
you dragging my name through the mud in a community that I came to feel safe.
It was just some salacious Hollywood shit, y'all.
Very much.
Like for real.
And from that point, I using quoted text, I had to, because I didn't want to make my safe place safe for me.
Right.
Okay? Because I didn't feel like I needed to do that because it should already be safe because I didn't do shit. I found a smaller safe space.
Wow.
Okay? And then made my own in doing so. So that's how I re-met Des, because I already knew Des. We just got
that's
closer.
the funny part. For the homies who don't know, Lightfury 101 is how we met.
Facts.
That's how we met.
Woo!
And
My
then
little sis, we've been close. Personally, for me, we've been close for 2 years now.
Yes, sir.
me and Des has been like 4. We just didn't talk.
Yeah, we knew each other.
We knew each other. We just
Coming
didn't.
off of the BS that I came on with the old community that I was a part of before they ousted me because bullshit. Lightfury is the first person that I met, and we clicked immediately. We've been on the same energy for 2 years. We've been through how many fucking apocalypses?
Too fucking many for one person. For 2 people. Too fucking many.
We've been through so many storms,
bebop
and
blueberry
literally
there.
the only people who've been left is me and her. So honestly, that's
Real
my
nigga
little,
shit.
that's my little sis forever. That's
Real
the reason why.
nigga shit.
Des said you the glue Big Elmer's.
That's the reason why I had to fly out and come see her for her birthday.
That's a Fendi.
Because if there's anybody in the world that I be on the internet that I had to come see for real, it's her.
You the glue, that's I am the glue.
So I'm out here for her birthday for sure. And she's been the glue into us meeting. Because the funny part is,
We became twins so organically, bro.
the funny part
we
is,
did one
These niggas are
stream.
literally each
not
other.
even that. Before we even get to that, during the shitstorm that is that ex-friend that we had, Miss Lightfury is talking to Juice about the situation.
Because I was there.
Yeah.
And my reactions, and she didn't have to talk. She 300% agreed with the points that I'm taking.
Exactly.
Without me being there.
Facts. I
That's
did
correct.
not know him at the time.
Correct.
We had
And
no
she's
connections at the
listening
time.
to both of our options, listening to everything we have to say, and it's some pieces are verbatim, and then others were
That's
like,
the
"Oh, that's what
crazy
said." Oh, that's what said.
Like, I need y'all to understand.
And I'm like, well, who the fuck is said? Who is he?
That's the crazy for y'all to understand. We didn't even be acquainted yet. We weren't acquainted yet. And we literally, on core values, agreed 500%.
That niggas was on bull.
500%. To the point where Light was like, you guys have to meet.
Correct.
We met in a private voice call.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
It begins.
Bro.
Get that off of there before you spill pickle juice
For
everywhere.
folks who don't know,
She fucking blasted.
quick tangent before I get back into the core. Yo. Ain't no fucking way.
She fucking blasted.
For folks who don't know, quick little tangent, alright?
Why don't you pick up the smoky so that way they're not hitting on the board? And then put them down there.
Now I forgot the point I was gonna make. What point was I supposed to fucking make? I completely forgot. No matter. We'll go back to the story, right? So,
In your house.
Correct.
we have a voice call.
Okay.
Forta.
I don't know about
There
that.
you go.
I don't know about that. I don't know about Ford tough, but it's built, my nigga.
We had a private VC, y'all, where Light introduced me and Juice. And we first actually we met in a stream where we referenced our history, and Juice was like, "Wait, huh?" And then Light was like, "We'll fill you in after stream." So we hopped in the VC. Me and Juice got acquainted. We filled her in with our history, whatever the case is. She's like, "That's fucking wild." But I'm
Literally,
like,
it was insane.
I'm glad we're not the only two people who believe that it's wild. And then after that, me and Juice had an Apex stream where we did shit on it. We didn't do nothing.
No, deadass. That
It was
probably
straight
the
like
worst I've ever done. In
fucking 18th place
so ass, bro.
for like 4 hours. But me and Juice were just talking.
We was just and that's why we did so shitty is because like he would say something and I would be like, wait, I think like that. And then next thing you know, we talking. Next thing you know, bitch done got ate up by the ring. We done got third partied somehow. All this shit. Somehow, some way. No, when we were focusing, we doing a damn thing.
We was doing pretty good.
The minute we have a conversation, that focus go out the window.
Okay.
Out the window. Because I'm trying to figure out how the hell we on some literally sharing a brain type shit, and this is the first real conversation I've ever had with this man.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And it's not just because I was live, it was none of that shit. Because
Some of
one
y'all
thing
were
I'm
there.
not going some of y'all were there. One thing I'm not gonna do is force conversation or interaction.
Right.
Live especially, I'm not doing that.
For sure.
But the fact that this was like purely organic, and then even after stream ended, we in Discord carrying on said conversation,
Facts.
like
No question, bro. Like for me, I sure will. To me, this might get sentimental and deep and all kinds of stuff, but we have those kinds of conversations on the BrainCast. Stay tuned for more conversations like this.
mental health conversations. Y'all might see a bitch cry.
For me, yeah, to be honest.
I'm not gonna
So, well, y'all might hear one, because we're not too sure if we're going to be doing visuals just yet. Right now we're doing pictures until Twin gets a webcam that works. But I think she'll find one. I think she'll get like a laptop together or phone together, whichever case it is. But we'll get it together and y'all get I'll get webcam. But I think for the first couple it might not be webcam. And if anything, I'm gonna work and try and get this podcast on all the platforms. We talking SoundCloud, we talking Spotify.
if they not bugging.
We're talking, I think Apple Podcasts is the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Apple Podcasts. We're trying to get everywhere for y'all. For everybody who's on all the platforms, we're going to get this podcast going. Any point. The point I was trying to make is, for me, when I'm having these conversations with Juice, in the early stages of our friendship, we're talking March, April 2021. Which, if you're making your calculations correct, this friendship is only like 6-7 months young. But you can fuck around and say that it's been 4 or 5 years.
No,
okay.
literally.
Because when we showed up here and picked up Juice, we just picked up like we've done this before.
Regular ass conversation.
We have not done this before. For folks to understand. This says a lot. Which for me, I've always had very few friends my whole life. Like folks I consider friends, for real, for real. I can count on one hand how many friends that I had for an elongated time outside of class, because if folks don't know, when it comes to school, some people are your friends only because they saw you 5 times a week. But for me, when it came to me making content, When it came to me, especially streaming here on Twitch, especially finding this new community of folks, a lot of folks welcomed me in. We got to know each other really quick. Lightfury, for example. To Juice, another example. Some other folks that I met through Juice, Big God, stuff like that. We became friends real quick. And the friendship has had, how would I describe it? The friendship has built a lot of values, built a lot of substance to where it can equate a friendship that a lot of people would say they built through college. If you heard the classic way, a lot of people say, oh, I found my lifelong friends through college. This has been my college, no cap. Creating content, meeting a lot of you guys here on Twitch and through other platforms and stuff like that. This has been my college.
Right.
And people like Lightfury, people like Juice, I consider longtime friends.
Facts.
No cap. I take a bullet for these queens, bro. No cap. At the time, especially meeting Juice, especially meeting Light, I never found people that we had so much in common or so much that we agreed upon to where we can consider each other family or even the same person, bro. As far as this podcast is concerned, a lot of folks over here on Twitch, twitch.tv/CedricTheGamer, twitch.tv/JuicyJuice_. A lot of y'all have been in these streams and heard the kind of conversations that we have. And you guys have been saying, yo, y'all need a podcast. We need to hear a podcast. Start a podcast. We love these conversations. Y'all need to go with it. Keep going. Whatever.
I'm tired of y'all putting on a game and not playing the fucking game because y'all just gonna talk. Shit like that.
That's a fact. Because I'm not going to lie to y'all. For folks who haven't been to any of our streams, there's definitely been streams where...
Tuesday streams definitely turned into podcasts.
That's a fact. There's streams of ours where we'd literally just be in the lobby or the main menu and talk for 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Whether it just be me and her talking, or us having a conversation with y'all in the chat, in the Twitch chat, and going off of that and rambling, whatever the case is. We've had whole streams at the main menu.
Facts.
And it got to the point where y'all like, y'all should have a podcast. I should make a podcast together. I think it'd be great. Yeah, you guys are giving us some podcast names, which, fun fact for folks who don't know, the title of our stream currently, BrainCast, came from one of our viewers and real good friends.
Mm-hmm. Is he still here?
Mari, I think Mari's still here.
Mari, you still here?
DN_Mari_ here on Twitch. He's the one who came up with the name.
You sure did.
We ran with it, and here we are. Maybe the name changes in the future, maybe it doesn't.
Yo!
Maybe it doesn't. Shout out to Mari for coming up with the name for sure. And thanks to y'all guys,
Here we are.
we did it. And thankfully, we were already having plans to come see Daz, aka Lightfury, for her birthday.
Facts.
So like the best way to start the podcast would be IRL, when we meet each other IRL, to really see if this chemistry is a real thing, which 100% is. We picked up where we left off, like it was another VC, like it was nothing.
Not do it family time.
Correct.
No questions asked. If there's a twin flame in this community, it's me and her. No questions asked.
Aww.
No questions asked.
You know, this guy.
Not the sentimental.
This guy. I'm not gonna hold you. You know, when I reconnected with this, and that said, like I said, I came from, you know, some problems that I had caused just as well as like they had caused. But I was like, fresh start, cool, you know. I done reconciled those problems, but I don't really feel comfortable being over there all the time no more. So I'm a come over here with somebody that I know, and with somebody that apparently I should know because we're the same fucking person.
Correct.
As you should.
And it was very much organic, completely and utterly organic the first time we had a conversation. On some stereotypical twin shit. Yes, we finish each other's sentences quite often, just because he's saying it and I'm thinking it. or vice versa. Especially if it's some off the wall shit, I'ma be thinking it, and it's gonna come straight out of his mouth.
It's happened too many times.
It's happened too many times, and I will be in this bitch hollering, cackling, splitting my sides because ain't no way that just came out of his mouth and it was sitting in my head. Okay.
Literally. I mean, for you guys here on the Twitch side, y'all probably heard it too many times, whether it's be on streams or whether it be in Discord voice chats. You've heard Juice scream out, "Sick! Get on my head!"
No, literally, because it's literally sharing thoughts, and the reason we call each other, the right side and the left side is because if you know the sides of the brain, the left side is the more logistical, thinking, strategical side, and then the right side is nigga and that's what we are. He is the logistic side. He is the, if I'm ready to bust you over the back of the head, he gonna be very much, well, think about where that's gonna get us.
Yeah.
Let's think about it.
And I'd be like, okay.
And if
the reason isn't good enough, I'm going to still punch you in the back of the head. We just gonna have to run a little bit faster.
Or sometimes the means warrant the ends.
That too.
No cap.
He done kept me from hurting a lot of motherfuckers' feelings, I can tell you that.
No cap. To be honest. That's how the BrainCast came together, y'all. And we do plan on making this, consistent, making this bigger than it needs to be.
This will be your regularly scheduled program.
Indeed, bro. We plan on making this a consistent thing, a big thing, or whether we get to a point where we're having
Are we really sitting like that?
Like what?
What? Shit.
What happened?
Look at what Bree said.
Oh, wait.
Are we really sitting like that? That's fucking crazy.
That's hilarious.
That's crazy.
I didn't really pay any mind to it. Than me sitting on the left and her sitting on the right.
Crazy. Ultra, I'm not finna allow you to sit up here and lie on my podcast.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know. For folks who don't know, watching the first episode, this first episode is exclusively on Twitch and later on being posted on YouTube. But of course, my YouTube folks, y'all gonna be getting the whole experience from here.
You said it's all. I promise you, this wasn't planned. We've been sitting in these same spots on this couch all day.
Correct.
Indeed.
I came home and they were sitting like this.
Literally, we're sitting just like this.
I promise you. Nothing planned.
No, I set up this couch.
Yeah, we just cleared this couch out. That's about it. It just happens, man. And that's the thing. I never thought, I've seen stuff on TV shows and movies about folks being in sync like this. I never thought I'd meet somebody where I'd be in sync like this.
And I feel like if I did, I would have to kill them because they were a doppelganger.
Well, damn. Well,
but that's not the case here.
But no, it's not the case at all. It's not the case at all. So
it's fucking destiny, bro.
So I'm here. I love this queen with all my heart, bro. No cap. I'm gonna do anything for her.
Facts.
This podcast, I really feel, is going to be something big one day. No matter how long it takes. I think we're both here for the work ethic. We're both here for the push.
Absolutely. Because the bigger it gets, the better your content will be.
For fun.
Y'all might look up one day and we got a whole research team.
It's a fact, man. It's a fact. I really believe in this podcast. I really believe we're going to go great places with this podcast. I believe that the culture is going to love this podcast.
Facts.
Our points that we make. So I do believe, on top of all the knowledge that we both have amongst each other, is going to continue becoming greater and greater as far as knowledge base is concerned. So we'll have even more takes on things, even more perspectives and stuff like that.
I like to learn.
It's a fact, man. If there's anything that I learned through college, through school, is how to be a student. So
sorry.
It's gonna be.
I know y'all hear her. I know y'all hear her, bro.
The gain is too far.
I know y'all hear her over there on her hip hop Harry shit, bro.
So honestly, I think this podcast is gonna be a great thing. Hope you guys are here for the ride.
Yeah, hype me up, Bree. Hype me up.
Please don't.
Hype me up.
Not y'all in the chat talking about I love to learn. Please.
Yes.
Y'all not finna get hip hop Harry in Berlin clapping my channel, boy.
I mean, your hip hop player, if you ever come across
If you want to, I listen.
Hit our email.
I can be for the kids if you want me to be.
You can hit Sedge the Creator at Gmail. You can hit what's our business email or Drain business email? I don't know the name.
The BrainCast1
there you go.
gmail.com.
You can hit the BrainCast1 at gmail.com so we can talk business.
What's the
you know what I'm saying?
Original email.
I don't know, but I tried it in every variation and I ended up having to put a number.
Bree, I'm gonna need you to not hype me up because I'm too lit right now.
So, even for the folks who come across this episode who want to have any, who has any business inquiries.
If y'all have business inquiries, if y'all have questions that y'all want us to review, completely anonymous, if that's what y'all want it to be.
Facts.
If y'all have any topics y'all want us to research, if y'all have anything, if y'all want to be a featured guest for whatever the reason, as long as you're reliable.
Facts.
Because you got one time.
Reliable and professional.
Okay, you got one time.
Because as much as we like to have fun, bro,
this is still my job.
This is still a podcast that we're trying to run to build to be something great. So we can't have anything crazy going on.
No, take it.
Too crazy, at least. You know what I mean? Like, I know y'all been here for the episode so far, and we probably been wilding out, having tangents and all kinds of stuff, whatever the case is, but we've been on brand.
Quite.
We've been on brand. Why are you laughing like I'm lying?
No,
she was trying not to spit that liquor out, is what she was doing.
That's the tough part.
Quite.
But yeah, we've been on brand, we've been focused, or whatever the case is. We can't have anybody trying to throw that off even farther than it needs to be.
Facts.
So, I think we're both down for guests.
Yeah.
But guests that suit the atmosphere.
Even if that means you're only here for a certain topic and then you leave.
Facts.
Pull up and dip.
On me. You do not need to be here the whole time if you know you're not going to be on brand the whole time. If you want to be here just for the music topic, go ahead. Just for the mental health topic, go ahead.
Indeed. There's nothing better than having a third opinion.
Absolutely.
A third opinion for sure.
Especially when you have two people whose thoughts are so alike. Now, that's not to say we agree on everything.
Nah.
Or we have the same viewpoint on everything.
We're just like twins in that regard. We tend to seem like we're the same person, but we are two different personalities, two different people as well.
You're just like me. Some shit like that. I'm gonna find it later.
I think I want to be just like you, that one.
No, there's some shit about twins. It's like you're just like.
That sounds like that sounds like the R. Kelly song.
I'm fucking dead, yo.
We don't fuck with Robert over here, dog.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, man. I think this podcast is going great places for folks who've been following me for a while. This is honestly like my 5th podcast I've tried to get off the ground. But being that I'm doing this with my twin, I believe is going to be something amazing, something great. Something that's going to do good things.
This time next year, this will be our 1-year anniversary.
That's a fact. What date is today?
So
I can mark it.
Indigenous Peoples Day.
Indigenous Peoples Day! Because fuck pinche Cristobal Colon. The
Talk
fuck?
to him, bro. October 11th is the inception of the BrainCast. It probably won't be posted here on YouTube on that date, but it has gone live on Twitch on that date. So that will always be the BrainCast inception. Whether we change the name later down the line, it doesn't matter. But this podcast specifically has been incepted. Is that even the correct word? I don't know.
Yes.
The inception of the BrainCast is officially on October 11th. I hope you guys are here for the ride. I do feel like it's going to be a crazy one, as well as a very fun one, to be honest.
Absolutely. This is something I'm excited to put in the work about.
Facts, man. Especially it's with my 10, bro. Bro, I don't know if I said it enough, bro. I love this girl, bro. I love her so much, bro. This is me, bro. This is me. Like, for sure. This is me. Same thing with my little sister. My little sister over there, I can't see her yet.
Bro. She blasted over there in that corner.
Y'all will see her in the post show. I love that girl right there.
She a sweetie.
If there's anybody I connected with.
If it's anybody I'm ready to bust a bitch over the head over for, it's that one.
Facts. That's the first person I met in this community for real. That I've
Because I almost had to bust a bitch over the head for her.
Y'all don't know. We're not trying to start drama here, but y'all don't know.
Y'all don't understand the shit my bitch went through.
I went to bat for this girl. And unfortunately, my personal affairs got intertwined with hers, which for some reason, I don't know what it is. But ever since we've met,
maybe
it's
if you
been
just
that
said,
way.
maybe if you said hello a little less dry, we wouldn't have had that problem.
Oh.
W podcast, y'all. W podcast.
But I think that's the way God shows you things. The being that our affairs have been so intertwined organically.
Let me just say, apologize.
So
fuck an apology.
Oh, no, so who you apologizing to?
Who are you apologizing to? She feel like. I'll see y'all in the post show.
We're about to find
say
out.
Apologize, but fucking apology.
Apologize for what?
Communication.
Oh my god.
An hour and a half. Beautiful timing, high key. And that wasn't even on purpose.
Yeah, this food gonna get cold if y'all can't talk.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
I think
to rush
we
y'all.
hit one or two more points and we should be probably out of here.
She said not to rush y'all, but I'm not trying to turn my air fryer.
Which, to be honest,
I'm not trying to be.
that works perfectly because whenever we got off what we got off on, I was going to skip all the way there anyway.
Fact.
And we can save the rest for like the next podcast, whatever the case is.
Fact.
Let's get to the real shit. This one I'm probably going to get passionate about. Because for folks who know me, I'm a funny guy. I would never call myself a comedian to that way because there's a lot of work that goes into being a comedian.
Facts.
Especially a stand-up comedian. There's a lot of work that people put in to be who earn that title. So I honestly, where I'm at right now, I'd only consider myself a funny guy on the internet, to be honest.
Meme potential.
However, meme potential. However, the man that I'm about to start talking about is somebody who is in that vein and soars from that. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Dave Chappelle and his newest special, The Closer.
Go.
Now, at this point, I've seen it twice because the second time I watched it with Juice, because Juice hasn't seen it yet. We watched it earlier today. That way we can really talk about this topic for real. Especially myself, since I've seen it twice, so I've been able to review it for real from a different perspective, being that I've seen it twice. And you know, you get that honeymoon phase out the way. You know what I'm saying? But knowing Juice, like I know myself, we don't really have a honeymoon phase, to be honest. If we don't like it, we don't like it.
Y'all should have seen me talking about the Mortal Kombat movie.
But if we like it, we really get down to nitty gritty, because I think we're both big fans of attention to detail. Mm-hmm. So, if you haven't seen it, I think you've seen the outrage that Dave Chappelle has gotten over this last special. Which, if you've watched Dave Chappelle throughout his career, this is nothing new. But however, this one's different. The reason this one's different is because The Closer, I'm not even saying the word right. The Closer, I should say. But even though, to be honest, I think the closer, I should say, is closure for him. Because he addressed everything that has come up as controversy throughout all the specials he's done on Netflix, this whole Netflix tenure that he's had. Ever since the battle that he's had with Viacom over ownership of the Chappelle Show.
Including the walk away from Netflix that he did.
Indeed. Because for folks who don't know, I'm gonna give a quick little spark notes. As you know, Dave Chappelle was an up and coming comedian at the time, became a rising star, did things like Half Baked at one point, got his own show, The Chappelle Show, which, to be honest, I think is probably one of the most greatly regarded comedy sketch shows that we've really even seen. I really think I do believe that the Chappelle Show set up things like Key and Peele.
Absolutely.
Which Key and Peele is something great in itself. For my comedy fans out there, I know, especially these days, you guys have seen Key and Peele. I do believe that Chappelle Show has set up the roadmap for Key and Peele and all kinds of shows of that nature. So Chappelle Show, at its time, which I don't know the exact year, but I want to say about mid 2000s, I think is when it started. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct.
Mid to late 2000s, just to be safe, is when the Chappelle Show started, and I honestly think Dave Chappelle is a great example of what stand-up comedy has been, which is pushing the boundaries as well as let me find the words here. Pushing the boundaries,
Yep, 2000.
as well as deflating serious topics. We'll do that. Because there's a lot of topics that need to be talked about that people are so scared to touch because they become so volatile. And that's where stand-up comedy comes in, to be honest. It deflates a lot of these serious topics, and it softens up and opens up the door for the conversation that we need for a lot of these topics. Now, to get back on topic with The Closer, which has caused a lot of controversy, I'll put air quotes for a reason you'll see when we get to it. For folks who've been watching Chappelle's Netflix specials throughout his tenure, you've seen that he's gotten a lot of heat, specifically with the LGBTQ plus community, because he's made a lot of comments about those communities throughout these specials. And this special specifically, I think he really honed in to the LGBTQ plus community. He's made comments about other communities, but it was really trying to get closure when it comes to that fight. And my issue is, which is where I get passionate personally, because I like to be a funny guy, and I wouldn't say I connect to Dave Chappelle, but I fuck with his comedy that heavy because I think he talks about real shit in the way that he needs to so much. Because I think, and this is a whole nother tangent again, that when it comes to serious topics, a lot of people don't know how to approach it or necessarily start that conversation. And I think Dave Chappelle is so masterful in making it easy to get into these topics that I don't think people give him credit for. If you're not in the comedy space for real, which comedy itself, we'll get into that in a bit later, but the backlash he's gotten for The Closer is different from the backlash he's gotten from any other special. I really think that he opened up an extra door or extra wall to really get The Closer out that nobody for real is giving him credit for. Now, for folks who don't know what I'm talking about specifically, he made a couple comments in the special, and correct me if I'm wrong. There is the comment of situation with the baby. Folks who don't know about what happened with the baby, in Rolling Loud, that wasn't that far back ago, he made March, right? March, April? Maybe it's summer? Yeah. I'm not sure exactly, but the baby made some choice comments on the Rolling Loud stage about the LGBTQ, I can't even say the word correct, LBGTQ plus community. That sent them out in an outrage to the point where, as we're all used to at this point, they quote unquote canceled them.
A necessary outrage.
Yes. Which that's a whole other topic itself.
Facts.
We might even get into that after this. What's the word that was going on when it comes to this? Oh yes. One of the controversial comments that Dave Chappelle made on his special was in reference to the baby in that situation. And he says, this is not quoted verbatim, but it's in the same realm as what he said. He pretty much told us, check out the baby's history. Wild dude. At one point, he shot and killed the nigga at Walmart. He shot and killed a nigga at Walmart.
In the middle of a fucking Walmart.
Nothing happened to his career. But God forbid you make a gay person's feelings hurt. Here's the problem with things like that, and this is going to get into a whole nother point. In this internet era, people like to take clips for exactly what is said in that clip, which for folks who are here on Twitch, or folks who are used to clips in general, clips are a portion of a whole body of work that needs to be referenced to get context to that clip. Context is the big word and the most valuable word in the argument that I'm making here.
It's just like when y'all see a snippet of something that's attached to an article, and you take the snippet or the title of said article and just run with it without reading the article first. It's the same thing.
Now, mind you, these are not just two people who are just have nothing to do with anything and just talking about it. Jules herself is part of the LGBTQ plus community. I'm not gonna make her the token person for talking that. Even Lil Sis in the background is part of that community as well. I'm not making these queens the tokens for this community. However, I do believe that they share in the experience that community has. Jules is here with me. We watched The Closer together.
I was screaming in the face.
She wasn't offended in one bit. You wanna know why? Cause comedy is exactly that. Comedy. However, there's levels to this comedy shit to where certain senses of humor don't connect with certain people. However, comedy is to make light of situations and make them way less dense than they are, and not perpetuate or disrespect them. That has always been what comedy is. And I think a lot of the people who quote unquote represent the LGBTQ plus community don't understand that. And the crazy part is, Dave Chappelle said that in his special. I don't have anything against y'all. My problem has always sat with white people. Which, for folks who are here listening to what I'm saying, if you've watched all of his Netflix specials, which honestly, here's a little bit of homework, which it really isn't homework, because Dave Chappelle is a hilarious guy. If you have Netflix or you have access to Netflix and you haven't seen any of the Netflix specials I'm talking about, go through and watch all of them, including The Closer. And come back and tell me whether you want to tweet at me, whether you want to DM me on Twitter, whether you want to DM me on Instagram or hit me up in Discord. And I mean this for real. Go through and watch all his Netflix specials, then come back to me and tell me if you think he really is a transphobic person or against the LGBTQ plus community. For real. Because I'm really interested in seeing.
Talk to me as well.
Hit Juice up too.
Talk to me nice.
As much as that sounds like come to me and I'ma snap on you, that's just my tone of voice. But to piggyback off of what said, the quote that really stuck with me the most was, gay people are okay with being gay until it's time for them to be white again.
Correct.
Oh,
absolutely.
Which I think a lot of people, and not to cut you off, of course, Swan. I think a lot of people don't listen to him, to Dave Chappelle. If you listen to him, there's been one overarching issue that has been combated throughout his whole career, throughout all his specials. The issue he has with white people and the structure that has been built in this country, as far as this country functions for real. If you don't know, the US of A has been built on the foundation of white men who are not a fan of anyone who aren't white. Men or white, to be honest. If you extend that margin a little bit.
I'm talking about white.
Caucasian.
White.
You may not believe in his specials, but if you've seen Dave Chappelle's moves, which is why I respect him so much, he has walked away from millions of dollars, $50 million. For folks who never understood, and I'll reference this for folks who do know this, if you don't know why the Chappelle show ended, it's because they tried to control his creative control over the show, which he wasn't with, and he walked away from a negotiation of a contract to extend the Chappelle show for $50 million plus. And maybe a little bit less, but I'm pretty sure it's a little bit more than that.
I think he said 50.
He was 50? $50 million. He walked away from it and disappeared from media for years.
As a whole, just nothing. If it wasn't, I believe he said if it wasn't a little shitty club somewhere, he wouldn't even do a comedy.
He walked away from it all. And for anybody who's been in that position, you sound insane. Walking away from $50 million? I know there's some people in here who probably hasn't seen 50K. Myself included. Let alone see $50 million. A lot of us haven't even seen $1 million, let alone $50 million. And he turned that away because he stands for what he says, which is there are overarching issues in this society, especially media, because if we talk about media, y'all niggas are overtly doing this bullshit to this day, which we can get into tropes, we can get into all kinds of stuff, but that's a whole another episode in itself, to be honest.
Oh, man.
Of which you guys try to perpetuate. And Dave Chappelle himself made it a point to walk away from that $50 million, so hopefully it sheds light on that exact issue. And even when he decided to come back, and another reason why I respect him, he came back, fought Viacom for the rights to the Chappelle show. He called a call to arms, or call of duty, to everybody to stop watching that show so it loses value and that Viacom will let go of that show. Which, shout out to every single person here or anybody who ever comes across this episode who stopped watching the Chappelle show at that point, because you helped start a whole nother point of the power is with the people. And if you really just stop doing shit, to keep it as simple as possible, if you just stop doing shit and stop putting money in people's pockets, it makes moves. The world will stop.
It will.
The power is in the money. So you start putting money in their pockets, it actually makes things get done. And that's exactly what happened for Dave Chappelle.
So shout out to all you Twitch niggas that thought the strike didn't do anything that day. But I'm gonna let it.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We might end the episode with that, to be honest. People stopped watching the show. They stopped making money. And Viacom called Dave Chappelle personally and gave him his rights to the show. And all the money that they made from there, and gave him his shit back. To keep it as simple as possible, they gave him his shit back.
No questions asked. Because it wasn't yours to take in the beginning.
And when it comes to comedy, bro, which I think in this era, I think comedy has been fucking disrespected and tried to be, well, how would I even explain this?
PG?
They've tried to PG and child lock comedy.
Okay, I'm not even gonna say PG and child lock. Okay, I'm not even gonna say that.
Go on.
As much as I hate the statement, comedy is subjective, because it's correct, but at the same time, you know your comedy and you know whether or not you are going to think somebody is funny or not. So, as much as I hate that statement, it's true. However, and you can see it happening with prime example shows that we grew up with. Family Guy, prime example. Recently, ass. Why? Because a lot of the shit that they was making jokes out of and making fun of earlier, when we were watching it, they can't do that shit no more. Because You are trying to please everyone. You want your demographic to be everywhere. You want your audience to be everywhere because money run everything. More people watch it, more you're gonna get paid, the more seasons you're gonna get, all that shit. However, you're not gonna please everybody. In no way, shape, fashion, profession, nothing. You're not going to please everyone because everybody does not like the same shit. And as much of a headache as it is to hear motherfuckers in your ear saying, oh, that's not funny, oh, that's insensitive, all this other shit.
Right.
At the end of the day, your demographic thinks it's funny, yes? Your demographic has kept you, we're going to keep Family Guy in motion here. Your demographic has kept you on the air for this long, yes? Your demographic is the reason why when Fox canceled y'all twice, they had to bring you back, right?
For folks who didn't know that, bro. Family Guy got canceled multiple times.
Because Seth MacFarlane think he can tell Fox whatever the fuck they want, and clearly he can because they keep bringing him back. So, clearly he can because... But anywho, you're not going to make everybody happy all the time. Ever. So, at the end of the day, as much as comedy is subjective, you're absolutely right. As much as there are motherfuckers out there that joke about shit in a non-lighthearted way that shouldn't be joked about, there are people who do the exact opposite of that. More people, sit your ass down, more people than the people that shouldn't be joking about it. And for you to, like Sed was saying earlier, take a clip that once I started seeing these clips, if you watch the special, literally explains himself immediately afterwards, gives a explanation, gives an insight of these things that people are taking to the fucking moon as disrespect, as what did he use? Punching down. As disrespect, as punching down, as discrimination, as phobia, as all this other shit. As much as y'all are doing that, there is explanation, there is insight, there is knowledge right afterwards. So I'm gonna need you to do your research. I know y'all don't like to fucking read, but can you at least watch?
I'm saying, but before
watch and listen. Close your mouth and open your ears, like my grandma used to tell me.
Correct.
Look, before y'all make these opinions,
can't
watch.
You can't listen if you talking.
That's a fact.
And that's even if you can listen if you talking, you're not hearing me because you're hearing you. And if you're listening, if you're listening, which you should be, I need you to listen to listen. Listen to understand. Don't listen to respond.
You got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Don't listen.
You got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Sit on that. I need you to listen to absorb. Listen to listen. Don't listen to respond. Because you listening to respond means you're listening up until I say something, and then you pick out that piece of information that you want to respond to, so you're not listening anymore. And I'm all the way over here now, and you still stuck on this, and I don't even give a fuck about what I probably apologized after I said that, and you don't even know because you wasn't fucking listening.
Because I think it sets up the platform for talking about how this society's been set up. You guys are too reactionary.
And it's a difference between being sensitive and being, down for the cause, down for your cause, down for shit. Because, just like there's shit that isn't joked about anymore, some of that shit shouldn't have been joked about to begin with. We all know this.
Bro, y'all like Dave Chappelle is on these specials for like an hour and a half calling y'all a bunch of fucking faggots and bury your graves. Y'all shouldn't breathe anymore.
All that.
He's never gotten even close to that.
A lot of this shit shouldn't have been joked about. Yes, we know. But there are things that's comedy. That's comedy.
That's comedy, bro.
But also, people are getting more conscious. He said He didn't know what these words meant.
Honestly.
When you take accountability for your own mistakes, that's all that matters. Mm-hmm. An apology without accountability means nothing.
Correct.
An apology without change is just words.
Correct.
And for the people who never watched the whole special, because I know 95% of y'all who are making all these problems saying that he's homophobic never finished the whole special. He made the promise at the end of the special that he's never making LGBTQ plus community jokes ever again until he knows 100% for sure that the both of us are laughing together. By the both of us, both of us, he means himself and you guys.
Ugh.
If you both are laughing together, he's not making another joke of them ever again.
Because there's too much sit down. There's too much backlash. There's too much There's too much unnecessarily accountability, and yes, that is a thing. Because after you've taken accountability for the same thing so many times, just because so many people are coming up to you with it with the same problem, at a certain point in time, you're going to be like, okay, bitch. Okay. I said what I was going to do. Now give me time to do it.
Even better. I'll do you one better. I'll tell you this. If I know Dave Chappelle like I know Dave Chappelle, I don't think Dave Chappelle is necessarily tapping out to y'all.
Oh, no.
I think it's to the point to where there's enough back and forth, bro.
Literally. At this point, it's starting to be an argument, and it's not funny no more.
There's too much argument to the point where there's no progress being done, to where he said, you know what? I'm gonna stop talking to y'all. And so y'all get that this is comedy, and I'm trying to relieve that stress, help you guys laugh, and not offend. I'm not talking about y'all no more. Cause what's the point? Y'all keep trying to make me an enemy, make me this villain that I'm not, and I'm trying to shed light on an issue that, once again, when it comes to racism, specifically to black people, it is not just between heterosexual white and black people.
It is between black people and white people, period. Because
Period.
I will reiterate, white gay people are gay until it's time for them to be white again.
I'm telling you, bro.
Facts.
There's white trans people, there's black trans people, there's white gay people, there's black gay people, there's white and black bisexuals, there's white and black asexuals, there's white and black metrosexuals. The spectrum has been opened and people are learning about it till this day, but you like to forget that no, sexuality does not dismiss racism. It does not dismiss race, it does not dismiss ethnicity. Sexuality, honestly, is not as deep as race and ethnicity is, to be honest. Not saying there's no value in your sexuality. I do believe there's a lot of value in it because it makes up a good portion of your identity. But as far as the history and as deep as the DNA is concerned, race and ethnicity has dug that hole too far down to think that we can just go talk about sexuality and ignore race and ethnicity. It is not a thing.
I mean, let's talk about it. I mean, the whole LGBTQ plus community is based off of black people.
Ooh. Now we getting into Susan B. Anthony versus Sojourner Truth.
Fuck Susan.
Susan sold us our asses down the river.
Fuck
The
Susan.
KKK
Who are we talking about? Here's the thing. This is how I know, because a lot of people maybe don't even know what I'm talking about. Which honestly, I wasn't 100% educated on in the subject until, here's the funny part, until Dave Chappelle said something. Because I like to think this man is not trying to help out any community. There's a situation into where the feminist movement was first, I don't want to say inaugurated, what's the word I would say? I guess given birth to, for lack of a better term. Discovered? Assembled. I like that. Folks who don't know, the feminist movement was assembled in the middle of the civil rights movement.
Like it wasn't other shit going on.
And they sold with our asses.
I don't like to pay attention. The feminist movement, correct me if I'm wrong, was assembled late 60s. If I'm wrong.
Because there's not other shit going on.
You know
not
what
to
else
say
happened?
that's not important, but
Exactly.
there's other shit going on.
You know what happened in the late 60s? The Civil Rights Movement. Where our fellow black folk were getting hosed down for their skin color.
They was trying to wipe that shit off.
Once again, like you said, no one is saying that the feminist movement has no value in comparison to the civil rights movement. And I think that's your issue. Stop comparing fucking movements. What's wrong with y'all?
Y'all also gotta remember,
It was not inclusive. It was white women.
it was very much not inclusive.
Yeah,
And
get
that's,
to that.
I'm glad you brought that up because
Yeah,
that's
get
what I was
to
gonna
that.
say. Y'all also have to remember a lot of these important events, feminist movement, civil rights movement,
Facts.
pride, all this shit was maybe 20 years apart. Maybe. Feminist movement was in the midst of civil rights.
That's fact.
Pride was maybe 10 years later. So if you were born in the midst of one of these events, by the time the next one happened, you weren't even old enough to vote. Hell, you weren't old enough to get your fucking license.
It's a fact.
That's how much time had passed in the midst of all these events.
Now you may ask, what's the connection between the civil rights movement and the feminist movement? For folks who don't know, I think a lot of people know that Susan B. Anthony has been, honestly, I'll just say it, has been awarded as the original leader of the feminist movement. Apparently.
Truly, fuck that bitch.
However, I don't think this is in the textbooks,
It's not.
which people are trying to get rid of when it comes to ethnic studies, but that's a whole nother motherfucking topic.
Fuck critical race theory, right?
Why is that even a thing?
When it comes to the feminist movement that Susan P. Anthony was quote unquote leading,
Susan Butterball.
she was
bitch.
denying the voices of black women,
KKK.
which I think was at the time one of the leaders of the black women, Sojourner Truth, who pulled up to one of these events, and everybody, including Susie B. Anthony, said you shouldn't talk.
I don't think you should speak right now. I don't think this is the right time.
Yep.
This is a feminist movement, yeah? For women.
Now let me.
Which
Before I get into it,
led to Sojourner Truth's speech of,
Ain't I a woman?
ain't I a woman?
was you black?
Ain't I a woman? Because it's a feminist movement. This is supposed to get equal rights. Equal rights
No, you're subconscious to what you was trying to
for women.
He knew what was going on.
For women.
And that's still happening today. With
To
Texas.
this day.
To this
Women's
day.
rights movement.
To this day.
And
For
black
women.
Nah.
This doesn't matter. This doesn't say you're a woman or a man. But however, at the time, because she's black, oh, you shouldn't talk right now. You shouldn't talk right now. Your time will come. Not right now. Not right now when it's important.
So
Not right now. Don't
asses
talk right
down
now.
the river for the KKK.
Definitely.
Don't talk right now. Don't talk right now.
And now they want to be mad.
Because you think that getting the advantages for white women
Transgender women.
means that you're getting the advantage for all women. Fucking all lives matter, but oh, hold on, I'm gonna get people mad.
Order your sandwich.
I'm gonna get people mad.
Be careful with that, because
Order your sandwich.
I'm gonna get people mad.
Order
Unlock
your
your phone,
sandwich.
bro. I'm gonna get people fucking mad.
This a pro-choice household. This a pro-choice Black Lives Matter household, baby.
Choice. You said
I
choice?
said choice.
But yeah, that's why we're seeing what we're seeing with like the whole Texas abortion ban. White women trying to create this movement, and black women are like, nah, y'all got it. Y'all, we told y'all, if you elect these people, they gonna sell your ass because you still a woman. You may be white.
That leads me to another point that Dave Chappelle made in his special. You know what I'm talking about. Dave Chappelle, this is part of his joke. Don't quote me on this. Watch The Closure for yourself.
I need everybody to watch The Closure.
Watch it for yourself.
After the panel show, though, because we finna get fucked up.
That's a fact. You know what I say tomorrow? Tomorrow, when you have time, go through and watch all his specials.
Because I want y'all to get drunk with us.
Especially The Closer. I promise you. Anyway, back to The Closer. You remember what I'm talking about. Dave Chappelle was planning on going to the Women's March.
Huh?
Wait.
Oh, you weren't done?
Oh, no, I ordered.
I was going to say, oh, Lord.
I checked. I was like, let's do sandwich.
Yeah, I put more. But yeah, back to the topic at hand. Dave Chappelle planned on going to the Women's March. You remember the joke about?
Oh my God.
That would have been a disaster.
He tried to go. And he tried to take people with him.
He hit up all his homies or whatever. Nobody wanted to go.
He was like, y'all ain't gonna be bitches there.
I tried to convince them. I was like, hey, yo, bro, there's gonna be bitches there. And they said, nope.
Bitches there and pussy hats.
They didn't want to wear pussy hats. I'm trying. I almost said something right.
So he said, you know what? He's gonna hit up his homegirl Ange, great black woman, great writer, who's even going through shit like fucking paying alimony to another man.
Pussy hats for real, Bree.
Pussy hats.
Here's the thing. He texts her and said, "Hey, Ange, you going to the Women's March?" That's what she said. She said, "I hope those white women get tear gassed."
Period.
I laughed harder than I laughed the entire show because I agreed.
Because if you don't know, there is a good bit of quote-unquote feminists that have made the feminist movement about white women. Not women, about white women.
They said everything, we were like, black women are dying. Oh, that's not about us. But now it's involving them. And I was like, but it's all women. It's all women. Fuck your ass.
And this is the shit, and this is why I respect Dave Chappelle so much, because it's so much deeper than these movements.
No, literally.
Now, so once again, just people like twisting words. We're not taking value away from these movements. However, let's say the best case scenario happens, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say the feminist movement blows up and we get everything that the feminist movement wanted. Right?
Basic living rights.
We get women. We get women in power positions. Say we get the first women president.
Ooh.
We get women in Congress. We get women in every single important political and overall every powerful position that we would like to see women representation in. Right?
Okay.
Here's what people like to forget. There are levels to every single one of these groups. Great that women are getting the positions that they want. However, you forget there's white women, black women, Latinas, fucking German women, African women. There are all kinds of different women out there. So you know what's not eliminated? The problem we have with race and ethnicity. There are races and ethnicities that are continually, I can't speak English. Continually.
We're drunk at this point.
To be honest, but I think we're doing great for continuing to articulate ourselves.
Well, let me talk about these white women.
Go off.
You want to go again?
These white women, as I said earlier, they were like, oh, black women are dying. And now they're like, oh, shit, this affects us. We tried to tell them, you are a white woman.
Correct.
You are white. You are literally the only reason why white men give a fuck about you is to create more white men. And to create more white children. That's it. We tried to tell you that, but yet over 50% of y'all still
statistics,
voted
baby,
for Trump and his niggas.
Which is another point, not to interrupt you, I'm gonna let you continue because I know you got some shit. This is another point that Dave Chappelle made. Look at Dave Chappelle making points, but for some reason he's stupid and transphobic. Anyway, 60% of U.S.'s population, according to Dave Chappelle's statistics, I'm not 100% sure, you guys can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, because topics like this give y'all the ticket to correct me in the comments and call me a crazy mother. Ooh, I'm gonna say something crazy. Anyway, calls me wrong.
He looked in your eyes and all he saw was a black.
Stop!
Oh shit!
Bro.
Oh my god.
If you don't know what that means, you'll know later. Anyway, Dave Chappelle
And all he
himself
saw was a.
said 60% of the U.S. population is white. 30% of that, well, not even 30% of that, half of that is white men. So 30% of America's population are white men. We have already established that you can have different sexualities within a race or ethnicity. So that already tells you that the majority of these movements will probably be white and or white men. Here's the thing. You're a white man. So your ideologies and your disparities and all these ideologies that you have come with you. They're not left at the door when it comes to these movements. They're not. These are core beliefs. Which I think, because we're not talking about just race issues, that these shits are left at the door. No. Everything comes with you.
And the only reason they're not left at the door, babe, is because you brought them in the fucking house!
That's a fact.
Alright,
Go off, though, sis.
hold on. Okay, it's not 9 o'clock. By 9 o'clock, we got kind of chill.
Okay.
Before we get...
You said we get kicked out.
Before we get knocked. But, what was I gonna say? Point of the whole women's march is a lot of what the black women are saying is for them, it's a photo op. For black people, it's livelihood.
Say that louder for the people in the back.
For white people, it's a photo op. It's a chance to be like, oh, I'm included in something. I'm doing a movement. I'm a part of something. Oh my God.
It's giving right. It's giving black girl in a white sorority.
Ooh. Ooh. But for black people, it's livelihood. It's our
giving.
life. But what was I gonna say? What was I gonna talk about?
I think that's what you mean. I think that's what it is.
That's the crazy thing. It brings me back to the point that I was making earlier. Just because you're in a different movement, it doesn't leave behind your core values, which I think is the hilarious part about it.
And if it does,
because
that means those
of
aren't
people,
your core values.
A lot of people like to make us think like it's us that made a race an issue. Do you know that race was created by white people?
Correct.
Let me get in my bag real quick.
They took.
Y'all made this shit an issue.
Can we talk about how white people literally exist because a group of motherfuckers decided not to listen?
That's the point I wanted to make.
Can we talk about that real quick?
The fact that white people only exist because...
Can we talk about how... I got you, Des. I got you.
I know you
Can we talk about how, as we all know, and if you don't know, I'm finna let you know, baby. The original people were this color.
Correct.
Aborigines.
Correct.
They varied from Des to me to Said and everyone in between. If you don't know what Des look like, she white, but she black.
Wow.
I'd say she's very light.
She's palm color almost.
Not
she's biracial.
Don't group me near
palm colored. That's it. She black.
Long story short, I would say she's a proactive biracial person.
There we go. So when the Aborigines decided we finna go west.
Not rice skinned, don't do me like that.
Oh, that's so rude. When the
Who did that?
When the Aborigines decided we finna go west because we know there's shit over there. We don't know is shit up north, ain't shit up there. Ain't shit down below, ain't shit down there. So we not gonna go there. But you know what? A group of motherfuckers decided to say, you know what? You don't know what the fuck you talking about. Now, no. We've had people go north. You getting ahead of me. We've had people go north and come back and be like, it ain't shit up there. Nah, we finna go up there.
Dead as hell.
Okay. Y'all finna go up there? Okay, well, we finna go like this. Y'all can go like this, and they go, nah, we finna go up there. Go ahead, go up there. Now look at you.
Dead.
Allergic to everything.
Hell.
Shut up. Allergic to everything, including the fucking sun, nigga.
Oh,
How you allergic to cold?
Oh, no.
You're allergic to
Everything.
everything.
Left your body, and the sun ate your ass
Ooh, hold that thought.
up. Burnt.
I want to make a statement.
Toasted.
Y'all like to forget that it's white people that brought disease over to this side of the planet. Oh
They
my
don't know
God.
how to wash their
Y'all
ass.
like to think. You
'Cause
want to
y'all
know
nasty.
why? Y'all want to know why the common
wash
cold
their
wiped
legs.
out so much people until we found a way to fight it? Y'all did that.
Y'all don't wash your legs, and you think jumping in the
You
pool is
people
bad.
that were out here, I don't want to say segregating, but what's the
Y'all
word?
fighting for
I know
your
military
life
loves to
about
say it.
showers. I shower twice a week.
Yeah.
You gotta get in there
Fuck,
at least
what is
once
the
a day.
term? Not dissecting, not the
Dismantling?
Dismantling.
not dismantle,
That's what the military be using.
but you know when somebody tries to come over from one side to the other? I'm forgetting the term.
Fuck.
Defecting.
Yes.
Defecting.
There we
Thank
go.
you. When I
Where
forgot what I was
ways
making
to
because I put so much
hibernate.
brain power to try to
Period.
figure out what defecting
I'm
meant.
gonna let you hold that real quick then. So, a group of motherfuckers go north, and now look at you. You're allergic to everything.
Gluten.
Oh, thank you. I'm about to cut you off again.
Go ahead.
This is a mess, but excuse us. Y'all defect from England and think that y'all left everything in England.
Nah.
Y'all still got English problems.
You still dirty.
Still nasty.
Y'all still got English problems,
Still don't
bro.
know how to grow food.
You the
So
reason
you-
I gotta pay taxes.
Do you know what you do? You come over to our indigenous folk over here in America before it was called America. Y'all make these bitches sick and kill 60% of them, and then now you go ahead and put them in fucking what's the camps called? You know what camps I'm talking about? Reservations. Honestly, learning camps, for lack of a better term, to teach them to be like you, because
Let's talk
apparently
about how
you're
many
superior. Who said you were
And are
superior?
continuing to die.
Correct. Let's dig up them schools like we were doing in Canada.
Girl, you better stop for you get my channel clapped.
Bro, y'all gonna get our podcast.
You
The fuck
better
outta here
stop for
before
you
it's-
get my channel clapped.
Like, we hit Canada and there's over
Oh my.
1,000 dead children. Let's do it in the U.S. Oh, but we don't want to talk about that. We don't.
Which, this is way off topic, but I want to get this out here before people start to paint us to be those people. We're not those political folk.
I'm not. I just
We're
know
not.
shit.
We're
Yeah,
just
we
smart
just-
asses with
I just
smart
know-
mouths.
I
There's a
just
reason
know
why this
shit.
is called the BrainCast. You know what I'm saying?
This is what happens
However,
when you do research in your free time.
correct.
if anybody wants to have a nice, educated,
Discussion?
structured discussion with us instead of trying to educate us, we're always open to new information.
Don't talk at me. Talk to me.
Exactly.
And you better have your fucking.
And you better have your
citations.
notes. And you better have your sources. Because if you say
Not
some shit
APA.
and I know you're wrong, I'm going to correct you. And if
No,
you know
man.
you the type of motherfucker that get mad if you're corrected, this is not the place for you, baby.
You know how many niggas had to just go Google APA because of your ass?
You know how many
Don't
people...
make me put y'all in Chicago.
Oh!
Nasty.
Why would you do that to somebody?
Professors don't ask for
Hey.
Chicago, bro.
Hey.
Yes, they do, bro.
Barely. Barely.
Yes, they do,
We
bro.
barely get
But
the
if you
double
about
digits
your
of a
shit,
percent
If you
of
for
folks
sure
who
about
want
your shit,
Chicago.
we'll do it.
I promise you.
Who the fuck-
From my college
who
students
wants
out
Chicago,
there,
bro?
or anybody that's been in college,
I'll take
y'all
Cornell
know
notes
exactly. Y'all know exactly what I'm
I've
talking
done
about.
Chicago
Y'all know
one time.
99% of y'all have had to write an MLA and nowhere near APA.
APA,
We're not
bitch.
even talking about Chicago, bro.
I will write Cornell notes first.
Stop Cornell notes.
On
That was
me,
my
I
Niggas
fault.
don't even know what that is, bro.
That was my-
Consider yourself lucky, anyway.
That's what I'm talking about.
So now look at you. You're allergic to everything, including the sun and the climate that you went to in order to escape.
Dead.
Fuck.
Dead.
Y'all ain't got shit to eat.
You only alive
Not
because
the
we came and got
sun.
your
They
ass.
are allergic to the sun. Y'all ain't got shit to eat because you decided to not take nobody with you. Why everybody that decided to come up here was lazy motherfuckers? Y'all thought it was just gonna be shit up here, bro. It ain't shit up here. Y'all don't know how to hunt. Y'all don't know how to fucking plant. Y'all don't know how to do shit but fuck and talk shit. Now look at you fucking your sister, which is where those lovely blue eyes come from. If you didn't know that,
forehead.
And that fat ass Neanderthal ass splitting over that eyebrow ass forehead.
Incest.
If you did not know where these things came from, blue eyes come from incest. It's a genetic mutation, which means if you know anybody with bright blue eyes, the bluer your eyes, the further towards your bloodline the incest was, babe.
Tragic.
The fatter your forehead, my nigga. And I'm talking about like these. Eyebrow ridge, okay?
Set a cup on that bitch.
And I'm not talking about your ass. I'm talking about your forehead. Shotgun ass nostrils.
Oh my God.
With a long ass nose bridge. Incest. Because these are genetic mutations that your body wasn't meant to take hold of.
Bro, long chin ass.
If I really want to get into my bag, majority of mental deformities.
Long face ass.
Incest.
Correct.
Somewhere in your family, it's there. Congratulations. You got blue eyes and sensitive ass skin and can't go outside for longer than 35 to 65 minutes.
Also, you not related to a Cherokee princess. I just want to put that out there. I don't care if you got 0.0002%.
Why the Cherokee princess?
It was not Pocahontas, not Cherokee princess.
It was somebody that your great-great-granddaddy decided to rape.
Period.
Bro, fuck Disney if we're gonna talk about it. Fucking Pocahontas is problematic in herself, bro.
I mean, that's because it was real, and Pocahontas was like 13, and John Smith was a nasty, fat-ass white man that was 43 and didn't know how to read.
That's a very good point.
She was stolen, taken advantage of.
These white men are dangerous.
Correct.
What a way to make it full circle, bro. Which, honestly, okay, before this gets out of hand, because I know how y'all bitches on the internet like to take things. We don't hate white people. We're trying to hold y'all accountable.
Ooh.
There's a difference.
White fragility.
Which I think it's us. Man, the consistency in this point I'm about to make is ridiculous. Because y'all have no consistency to this degree in anything else. The consistency of denying accountability in number one, your history, and number two, of you defecting from that history and creating a different future is ridiculous to me when it comes to white people.
You gotta remember you white, babe. Just because you didn't do it don't mean you not white.
Yeah,
just because you were born in 2000, no one's saying it's your problem and you caused it. We're trying to educate you, number one, and number two, help you understand that we need to make a better future and a different future. Not saying you need to go out to the next Black Man March that you see that is scheduled on Facebook.
I would prefer you not to, actually.
Correct.
Just make sure in the way you move, it's opening up It's opening up the avenue for true equality.
Please.
If your allyship is based off of people complimenting you and saying, "Damn, thank you, I needed you," and if niggas ain't giving you that, and you be like, "Well, damn, these Negroes don't really like me." If your whole allyship is based off of niggas liking you, you're not a real ally.
You doing that shit to make yourself feel better.
Correct.
Which, I mean, that means you know that there's something you need to feel shitty about.
White knight syndrome.
But, ooh, girl.
White saviorism.
Ooh, girl.
Baby, I did not do these school years. I did not take these classes.
Girl.
I'm not the one.
The 2 or the motherfucking 3, honey.
I am not the one. I did not do this to not know.
Oh my god. Well, honestly, it's gonna bring me to a point that I'm going to bring up, but we're not gonna elaborate because if this will fucking make this podcast 4 hours.
Don't mean.
There's problems.
2.5.
There's problems in the black community as well. I've talked about this before, but black elitism is a problem.
Let's not go.
I'm going to leave it there. For folks who are watching this podcast, listening to this podcast, who want to see us delve more into black elitism, drop it.
Oh!
Tweet at me. Tweet at Juice. Email thebraincast1@gmail.com.
All
if you want to see us,
and kinfolk, baby.
if you want to see us dive into that, we'll dive into that. But I'm gonna bring up this last topic, and then we're gonna get over it. We're gonna get out of here, aka get into the post show. For folks who haven't heard it yet, YouTube has come out and said that they have permanently canceled YouTube Rewind.
Thank fucking God. That shit was trash.
What's crazy is that's why they canceled it, because the motherfuckers like that.
They've made an off comment about how they can't wait to see other people's version of YouTube Rewind.
No.
Damn.
Which is screaming to me that they're leaving this responsibility
To others because they know they can do it better.
To the creator's hands, because YouTube in itself, and I'm glad that this is the first episode that's going on YouTube, honestly, later on at least. YouTube in itself, I believe, has become such a superpower that they have lost their way in being connected with what has made them big in the first place, which is their creators and their audience. For folks who have known me and my Twitch streams for a while now, I have always given power and supported the power in numbers and the power in the audience. You guys who are listening to this podcast, who are watching this on Twitch live when we initially did this, are the ones with the most power. Us creators are the next ones in that chain to have as much power, because we're the ones that are bringing you guys here to certain platforms. And then it's everybody else. It's between us and y'all that even puts money in companies like Twitch, Amazon, and YouTube's pockets.
Amazon.
Even Google.
Google.
If it wasn't for us and giving a fuck about any of these platforms, they would have no money whatsoever.
Period.
So this is where we stand up and put power in the hands of the audience again, with movements like #TwitchDoBetter.
Correct.
Because
situations like the adpocalypse that happened.
Ooh. Oh my God.
Which there was 2 versions of it if you didn't know.
Nasty.
Fucking boycotts.
Because my last statement on this point is, and I don't mean to cut you off, Quinn.
No, go off.
The #TwitchDoBetter, the boycott where we all
That was popular.
No,
I didn't know it, but that's Susan hitting up
Susan
Juice
B.
right
Anthony
now.
being like, ooh.
Alright.
Oh, I ain't Susan B. Anthony. I'm talking about CEO of YouTube.
Susan
Susan
related to
Wachowski.
Oh my God.
Related to the DNA test.
Oh Lord.
That's her sister.
Oh my Lord.
And she married to the nigga.
Fucking Susan Wachowski, whatever the name is.
And Susan married to the nigga who runs Google.
Oh my God.
And her sister runs 23andMe.
Shut up.
Really?
DNA. Yes.
That
serious?
shit. I don't like
Yeah,
that.
I'm dead ass.
I do not like
That I
that.
did not know.
So
I do not
yeah,
like that.
yeah. So
Okay.
if y'all did 23andMe, Google got your shit.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Google for sure got your information.
Not in my iPod.
That makes sense because as we know, we've always made the joke of when it comes to Google and their placement of ads, because folks don't know based off your cookies and what you search, quote unquote, is how Google gives you your ads. We've seen that their ads are way too accurate.
They're partners with P&G.
Yeah, they
being that Susan, who was a CEO of YouTube, has a family member who runs 23andMe.
Bree, please.
What she say?
What did Bree say, bro? Folks who don't know, this first episode, once again, is just streaming on Twitch, so we've had this live chat going on for crazy this whole time. Which, shout out to y'all here on Twitch. We love y'all, we appreciate y'all, and we hope that the support continues from here. They've been going crazy in the chat over here.
Not y'all not finna come in here and give all the viewers the dynamic that I'm a pimp. Relax. Anyway. Ain't you heating up the food?
I am. It's heating up.
How hot is it?
$3.50.
You should go check.
It only been in there for like 2 minutes. It's not hard enough.
Oh my god.
You should go check. Your air fryer get kind of warm, don't it?
Oh, well, damn. If you
Don't
want me to
it?
leave, just say
Don't
that. If you want me to leave,
You put the
just say-
cake in the refrigerator?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. What you gonna say? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yo.
So, my last note on the whole boycott thing is the amount of people that I saw saying, you know, the day we should have been boycotting Twitch. Because at this point, I saw a little bit too many of y'all saying, I'm not going to, just because it's not going to do anything. So I'm going to say should now. The reason I say now is because in the beginning, I was like, if it's going to stop your bag and Twitch is your shit and that's all you got, who am I to tell you to stop your bag?
Fact.
But at the same time, it was one too many of y'all hitting the bitch with the, well, since your favorite streamer ain't streaming, I'm fin to.
Mm-hmm.
No. So the reason I say should now is because Twitch as a whole should have been empty. And it wasn't. Because...
add on to your point, not to cut you off and
Go
let
ahead.
you finish, so I'll make this point. All y'all that came back from it and was promoting the fuck out of September, y'all part of the problem. Y'all part of the problem. Once again, for folks that this is what pays your bills, I get it. I get it 300%. However, if you are out here saying that it's 300% fuck Twitch and we're in full support of Twitch do better, and then as soon as that strike is done, you go off saying that it's all about September.
And y'all doing subathons out the ass and all this other shit. Now, I'm not saying rescind your affiliation. I'm not saying none of that. What I'm saying is, do not say one thing and then do the exact fucking opposite.
Oh my god, bro.
Because if it is fuck Twitch as hard as you say it is, as hard as y'all was saying it is,
Facts.
Twitch should have lost like 85% of its affiliates.
Which, for folks who don't know, when the Twitch Do Better movement happened and a bunch of us stopped watching Twitch for that day, in the same vein, Dr. Lupo left Twitch.
That same fucking day.
Tim the Tap Man left Twitch.
That same fucking day.
2 huge earners for Twitch left and joined YouTube. So on top of the folks that supported Twitch Do Better, everybody that was part of those two audiences when it comes to Dr. Lupo and Tim the Tap Man left the same time. There was a huge dip in viewership and monetary earnings for Twitch that day.
So, those days, the reason that, or should I say, that dip was big enough for New York Times,
on charts for
New
sure.
York Times, LA Times, the Washington Premiere, the Gazette, all these people, IMV, all these major news broadcasters saw, well, damn, Twitch done took a big dip today, huh? I wonder why.
It's a fact.
Because hashtag Twitch do better and hashtag day off Twitch was trending for a week straight after that.
It's a fact.
And I found it hilarious. Hilarious. And whether that be people in my communities that I surround myself with, whatever. All of you that were saying, oh, it's not going to do nothing, oh, it's not going to do nothing, oh, it's not going to do nothing, when them posts started to pop up, and them articles started to pop up, and them receipts started to be shown, and them statistics started to be shown, y'all got real motherfucking quiet.
Woo. Boy.
Because yours truly did not stream for a week.
Same.
And I'm not saying you need to do that either. But what you not finna do is complain and bitch when this shit happened to you and when this shit happened to the homies, and when you get hate rated and y'all think y'all can just laugh a bitch out of the chat and all this other shit. You shouldn't have to come up with shit like that to do, because it shouldn't be fucking happening.
Exactly.
So y'all can think it's cute to laugh these motherfuckers out the chat and spam these motherfuckers out the chat just like they spamming themselves in. I shouldn't have to do that. Because nigga like me, I'm finna end stream and I'm finna take this shit to my Discord. And if you're not in my Discord, that's a you problem.
Oh.
Speak on it.
because I'm not finna end stream and restart hoping this shit shouldn't happen again. I shouldn't have to be installing all these bots and putting my shit in subscribers only and emo only mode when I'm not online, so that way my channel doesn't get clapped because it looks suspicious. I shouldn't have to be taking all these precautions. All I should have to do is set my shit up, abide by the guidelines that I have set for me as a motherfucker that has to pay taxes to Twitch. Hit that camera and do my fucking stream. That's what I should have to do.
For folks who are making enough money on Twitch, you do have to do your taxes.
You do. So I need a lot. It's a lot of y'all that don't know that, and that worries me.
I made enough money last year to where I had to do taxes for the first time. Because technically that's considered my first job. I'm not an affiliate now because, once again, Twitch is on bullshit, so I rescinded my affiliate status. But not everybody has to do that. I did it for my own reasons, which we've talked about throughout this podcast. But however, at the time, I was an affiliate, and I made enough money from subs and donations to where I had to do my taxes.
Quite a few people do not know that.
So if you made enough money, I don't remember the exact threshold. Do you remember?
I believe you have to make at least 200, and I made substantially more than that for my first Twitch check.
If you don't know,
just
make sure you do research. We're not 100%.
The Twitch pay period, in order for you to get paid, as all of us who get paid know, you have to make at least $100.
You have to make at least $100 to get a payout. Yeah.
The threshold to get paid, I believe, is at least 2. Because, like I said, my first check was like almost 9, but that added on to my other checks, I had to pay taxes to them. So, if you get an email around tax time from Amazon, it's not going to come from Twitch, it's going to come from Amazon because that's their parent company.
Correct.
You are going to open that email. Do not delete it because it's going to have your W-2s in there. You need to file taxes.
Your W-2, your
you said 9 what?
Hold on. Your 1099 miscellaneous form, I had to fill it myself. If you make enough money on Twitch, you got enough subs that year, you got enough donations that year, because yes, donations have to be, if you're an affiliate, you have to report it to the IRS.
You do.
Because here's the thing, before you even get your 1099 miscellaneous form, Amazon has already reported that money that you made to IRS. So IRS already knows that you made that money, you just have to confirm it. So whether you confirm it and everything's alright or you don't, they're going to get you the fuck out of here if they don't get your form.
$943.67.
Pardon my French. But that's the thing. So, if you're an affiliate and you make enough money, you're killing me back there.
No, literally.
If you make enough money and you're an affiliate, you have to sign and do your taxes.
You have to. They're going to send you an email and basically do them for you, but you need to check said email.
Correct. You have to do those.
Especially if that's the only thing you're filing taxes for. They'll do it for you free of charge, but you still need to do them.
Correct. However, I think we'll bring it back to the main topic, and we can wrap it up and get ready for this post show.
Y'all going crazy in here.
Well, it's just gonna be on Juice's channel, so if you haven't followed JuicyJuice_ already, follow her. We're doing a post show over there today, and honestly, to be honest, I think we'll be probably doing post shows on like Twitch after the YouTube podcast.
Yeah.
Every week, so make sure to follow me if you haven't done it already. Follow Juice, because we don't know if we'll be on my channel, her channel, or both our channels that day. So make sure to follow us all over the place, whatever the case is, so you can participate in these post shows. So we'll be doing post shows after every podcast. So make sure you don't miss it, man. Make sure you don't miss it. But back to the main point.
I need y'all, as far as this Twitch do better shit goes. I know we all feel the same way, but I'm gonna need y'all to start acting on those feelings. Because
which I think we'll probably go in depth next episode with this.
Y'all are the homies. This is the last name. Y'all are the homies, and I love y'all to death.
For sure.
And I would love to see everybody eat, but at the same time, I'm always going to say, I want to see you eat, but sometimes it cannot be at my table.
Ooh.
Correct.
Because not even on some we're not growing at the same speed, none of that shit. You trying to eat off a nigga plate and make it full for you. You trying to take the next bitch scraps and make a full plate for yourself. I am not trying to do that.
I could get into some shit, but I'm gonna leave
I
it
am
alone.
trying to make my own dinner and feed everybody appropriately. If you chipped in on it, because cooking is expensive.
I'm not gonna say some things, but you know, there's some niggas
And
like
the
that.
amount of motherfuckers that I have learned, that I have seen do that lately, I'm looking at y'all different now.
Bro.
I'm looking at y'all super different. And yes, all I'm gonna say is it includes some of your faves.
Correct.
And that's all I'm gonna say.
That's the crazy
Some
part
of your
about it.
faves be some dirty niggas.
Because the sad thing about all this is, if we was really some messy motherfuckers, it's certain sides of Twitch that would go down in flames fucking
Y'all
with us.
don't understand.
Go down in fucking flames.
I
dog.
promise you, I don't say that just to say it.
This ain't just me being funny, because as we know, if you know me on this platform, I'm very non-confrontational.
I'm seeing
I
a couple
don't
people
like-
in our Twitch chat that was there when we built up certain people.
Correct. I definitely.
We built some of the partners that y'all love to support these days.
Because we thought they were cool, and they're shitty people.
Max.
They are garbage human
The dumb.
beings.
But once again, I'm not gonna say it.
And they ain't doing nothing but eating off the faves that they had that are your
Brilliant.
faves too.
Just to be honest, y'all want to see more about this information? Tune into a later episode.
Me, because we hitting it at 2:45. We will see y'all in a little bit for the post show on my channel. You feel
To be
me?
honest, it's been a great first episode.
First episode. This will be cut and chopped and skipped and biddly boop boop
Chopped
box
and screwed.
onto the YouTube.
To be
Okay?
honest.
This will probably be the last episode that we do on the Twitch. Unless we do, like, you know, anniversary, something like that, IRL. But as of right now, this will be... That's what I was saying.
We might.
Yeah.
We might.
So,
We don't talk about it.
as of
it's
right
around my
now,
birthday, so we can get together.
you know,
We are 2 birds.
I
one
am
Yes.
Juice, the one and only. There is not another like it.
You know what
Soon to
favorite-
be your favorite beverage, okay?
My favorite box in the
You
fridge.
know, you can follow me on Twitch. Okay, you can follow me on Twitter at juicebox_Garcia. You can follow the business Instagram at the letter N Joy Confections, no spaces. Buy some cookies from me, y'all.
Yes.
You can join the Discord once you follow the Twitch, and I go live every Wednesday because we be whipping shit up in the kitchen.
Whipping.
And we will be here, try to be here every Tuesday for gaming streams, which means you might get, you know, Monday or Tuesday will be the podcast, but we'll discuss that at a later date.
Correct.
When it comes to me, folks, for folks who's already seeing this live, twitch.tv/Cedric the Gamer is where you get all your Twitch streams, you get your gaming and all that kinds of stuff. I'm going to try and get more proactive when it comes to YouTube. The
Not
YouTube
looking
channels,
like
Cedric the Gamer and Cedric the Creator. Knowing me, you check the description down below. You'll see all of Juice's links as well as my link tree that hits you with everything in one place.
Also, the YouTube. I forgot about my YouTube channel.
That's so cool. No, I got
Just
you.
Juice.
I got you. Here's the thing. It's in the description for folks who's on the YouTube. It's in the description already. You see? We got y'all. It's in the description already. All of it. All of Juice's information. All of my information. And when it comes to the link tree is in there. My Twitch. My YouTube channels. My not Snapchat, my Twitter,
TikTok,
my Instagram, my TikTok is on there. I'm trying to get more active on all of those platforms when it comes to that. We out here, bro. Because honestly, I think this break has helped both of us be able to relax and rejuvenate. And when we get back home, we're probably gonna go crazy fucking hard. To be honest,
content going
everywhere.
everywhere.
Going crazy, as well as the BrainCast being part of that weekly. I promise y'all, I'll tweet out and let y'all know on my Discord, and I'm sure Juice is going to do the same thing, of when we plan to officially be dropping every single episode. We do plan on doing this live on YouTube on the YouTube channel. I'm gonna get the link for y'all. I'm dropping it in my Discord. I'm gonna drop it on my Twitter. I know Juice is probably gonna do the same thing. So pay attention to my Twitter, pay attention to hers, pay attention to my Discord as well as hers. Y'all gonna get that link. That way you don't miss out on these kinds of conversations and stuff like that. So I do believe we'll have these kinds of great, controversial, and crazy conversations that gets people talking.
Every cast, bro, and like we said, you can DM anywhere you have our socials, or you can email straight to the BrainCast at braincast1@gmail.com. Any questions, topics, you want to be a guest, any of that, let us know. And if it is a topic, if it is just, something you want to see us talk about, you got any notes, you want us to voice your opinion, you just want our opinion, let us know. Because we would love to get in your bag.
It's a fact. We're here to talk about everything, y'all. Anything y'all want to see our opinions on, you let us know. I know we'll get to it eventually. Even myself, I keep a list on my phone. So, as well as, honestly, we'll do it this way. Even on Twitter, if you have something, if you're a Twitter fanatic, hashtag AskBrainCast, bro.
Facts.
I'll check that hashtag every single week for any questions you guys have. If you don't want to hit us directly in DMs, or you want to hit us directly in our Discord,
you want to keep it anonymous?
It's a fact. Just tweet what the question you want to see us talk about and end it with hashtag AskBrainCast, and I'll check that hashtag every single week, and we'll eventually get to your topic. So help us out. Anything that you see, current events, any ideas of what you want to see us specifically talk about, we're going to hit it eventually. You guys check it out.
Because we want y'all involved just as much as we involved. Exactly. Just because we want y'all here, not just watching, but learning.
For sure.
And I can't learn if I'm not enlightened. I'll see y'all later.
100%, man. So with that being said, this has been the BrainCast, Smart Asses with Smart Mouse, with the left side, Cedric the Creator.
And the right side, your favorite beverage.
For folks who are here on the Twitch side, give us a couple minutes. We got you a post show that's going to be over here on twitch.tv/JuicyJuice.
We getting fucked up, y'all.
It's going to be lit because we're already super buzzed already.
The bottle's almost gone.
And the crazy part is we're not going to stop drinking anyway, so it's going to get crazier.
Because we had sake earlier.
We did have sake.
We really did. What's crazy is I'm afraid to stand up. I got to stand up. That would pee.
Oh no, I definitely gotta do the same thing, bro. So give us a few minutes if you guys want to continue conversating in my chat, or go over to twitch.tv/JuicyJuice and get acquainted over there before we get lit with some very saucy card games and drinking and a bunch of foolishness, bro.
What we want to play first?
I don't think y'all gonna go to sleep tonight.
I don't know.
I don't think y'all going to sleep tonight when it comes on the Twitch side.
Card revoked.
And once again, like I said before, for folks who are on the YouTube side,
make it a poll.
Follow Juice and follow me on Twitch, because we do plan on having post shows on the Twitch side after every single episode. So sometimes it may be some voice call VC stuff on Discord. Sometimes it may just be some gaming. Sometimes it may be something completely new that we came up with. We never know, bro. Right. So it gives you the incentive.
Get y'all in the Gilded. But y'all don't know about that yet. Y'all don't know about that yet.
Y'all know about that. But if you want to be part of the future, at least for my chat, !Gilded, GUILDED.
You trying to get me fucking.
You gonna get my link so you can be part of the Gilded. It's kind of like Discord, but honestly, I think it's the future of stuff that is like Discord. Once they get their stuff together, you can be part of stuff like that. Juice has one too. We're gonna hit y'all with that link as soon as possible. So pay attention, bro.
Stay relevant.
Pay attention, man.
Oh, you're talking about after?
Yes.
We leave.
Yeah.
Damn. Yes. I'm gonna buy you Monopoly. And Uno. We can all play. Switch.
Oh yeah, we won't get it popping. We won't get it popping. Like I said, I'm excited for the future of this content, bro. This podcast, I think, is gonna go great places. Me and Twin is always on the same page when it comes to these things. as well as much as we're the same person, I do believe we have differing points, which I think is sets up for even more great content.
Absolutely. There might be one day where we don't agree on anything.
Oh, I think
Yes.
it's gonna come
It's
sooner
yet
or
to
later.
happen,
Yes,
but
in
it's
Caribbean.
also only been, that's crazy. Because we both Caribbean, that's kind of crazy.
I need that to be something.
How
Yeah.
would you gasp in Caribbean?
Oh,
Lord
no.
of Jesus. Is that
Lord Jesus.
Is that the Caribbean gasp? Because we don't do abortion.
We don't do abortion. Anyway, it's already happened. Yeah, I just haven't seen it on camera. Me and Juice definitely have our stances against each other, but of course, it's
Facts.
always in a respectful way. We love having conversation. We love conversation and stuff like that.
It's
For folks
never
who-
an argument. It's just a debate. Because at the end of the day, your opinion is your opinion and mine is mine. Unless
Your
it's some
opinion.
real crazy shit.
Facts.
Unless you like fuck niggas.
And little boys.
Ooh.
I'm dead. However, this outro been
Any
probably the
whole-
longest outro.
Any
So
for
once again, like I said, if y'all want to continue conversation in my chat, go for it. I'll host Juice's channel once we go live over there. If not, go over to twitch.tv/JuicyJuice
Because
and
Mario over here alone.
and be tuned in because we're gonna be getting into the card games. We talking about like Cards Against Humanity type shit while we all on the juice. It's gonna be crazy. We don't know how long we're gonna be on. We might be going crazy for a good amount of time. Stay tuned. Be with it.
Look at my cover.
And yeah, man, follow us everywhere. Check the description down below if you're on the YouTube side. Follow us everywhere. The BrainCast has started and it's not going anywhere. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all.
Just like when you get drunk at the club and you tell all your friends how much you love them.
That's
Send
a
them back
fact.
to drunk.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We hope to see y'all in the next episode. And yeah, man. We out, man. We out.
Bye.
CI episode 2, man. Peace.